5 seconds remaining.
It's definitely not Asian.
That's definitely not Asian at all.
Definitely not. Have to find the right page where it was at.
Looks like Empire's maybe having some
issues?
Some issue, maybe?
It seems like it's always that side. Have you noticed?
What was that?
It's always this side that has
that
issues.
side, the right side?
Yeah.
Maybe.
He is indeed Russian, a Russian professional who last played for M19.
I would assume that he was Russian because he was playing for that team. That's if he's playing with like Funnick and stuff.
And he is playing the core role here, right? Or did they swap with FN? Because I see here that his role is solo middle.
FN is mid, I'd imagine.
I would
imagine. Carry, and
I would imagine he just directly replaces Silent.
Yeah. I would think so. I think replacing your carry player is the easiest one. I think we've said that a lot.
Yeah.
Placing those other roles with the stand-in can make the game a lot more difficult.
Yeah.
Here we go. We got a draft.
Indeed, we do. Empire will be on the Radiant side, Newbee on the Dire side, Clockwork, Tusk, and Razor removed by Newbee, as Empire removed the Tiny, the Naga Siren, unsurprisingly, and first pick will go to Newbee, by the way.
So it's going to be what? Bane or Disruptor, probably?
The Omni Knight ban last. Is there anything you can read from these first 3 bans? Or are these just the standard heroes to remove against the team?
I think they're more standard heroes, especially like the Naga, the Tiny, that kind of stuff.
Empire will go for what? Disruptor, Earth Spirit, something along those lines?
Sure.
I think that's pretty strong versus Bane.
Or Night Stalker, Disruptor, Night Stalker.
Maybe Night Stalker, yeah. Yeah, I think the bans. I mean, Naga, Omni definitely makes sense. I think Omni's still really strong.
Actually, I like
didn't hurt too much.
Sorry, I like ET a lot against Bane. As a support.
Yeah, I do like ET a lot.
So I might go Disruptor ET.
Enchantress.
Okay.
Hey.
That is their most picked hero.
Yep.
We have seen Enchantress banned out the entire tournament so far. I think almost every game.
Really?
Most of our games, not all of them, but most of them.
Okay.
Finally.
Empire tends to play this one in the offlane.
Yeah.
GHOSTIK has won. They've actually won all of their games recently. At 707D, they won all 3, and he played all 3 of them. The Enchantresses.
All right.
He did get what, a 3 base damage nerf in the patch? I want to say. Yeah, I think it's a 3 base damage.
I'll take your
nerf.
word on it. I do want to say Enchantress, if you pick it up so early, it's very punishable. Like, for example, ooh, they picked the Shaman. They read the patch, right?
So they're going to take Taka Sanking.
All right.
That could still be, that's a little bit of a flex pick, because that could be still KP's hero. Wow, they picked the Shaman.
They did.
So Ether Shock got, the cooldown got crushed 14 seconds down instead of 8 at level 1, and your Shackles only do, what, 60 damage instead of 160? He got hit really hard. Hit really hard.
He still punches really hard.
He does still hit really hard. The right clicks are there.
But that's pretty much it.
That's pretty much it, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess once you get your levels, you're still the same hero, but the early on definitely got impacted quite heavily.
I mean, the problem with Shaman is it's hard for you to get your levels, right?
Yeah. So yeah, I did like what you were saying though. You know, opening with that Enchantress definitely leaves you a bit open because Newbee, we have seen Mugi and SCCC both play that Ursa, which is very good versus Enchantress. Or they can just get a lot of spell damage, which they have already started to do so.
I mean, if you just look at safe lane carry, 2 hero comes to mind: Juggernaut with a spin, or Gyrocopter with a Rocket Barrage. And it's very easy setup with Bane as well. So
Gyrocopter removed though.
Gyro already removed.
Fair enough.
They had the same train of thought.
Empire wants to be able to, I think, take those early fights, and Gyro would enable Newbee to take those, match them with those engagements.
5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban.
Lycan does get taken out.
Are there any other ways you can prepare for an Enchantress offlane? Because Gyrocopter would have obviously been a good choice.
I think there's a good chunk of options. It's either you can,
10 seconds
I mean, you can go with dealing in the laning phase, and you
Yeah.
can get like those Ursa's, Jugs, you kind of like kill heroes to kill it, or you can just pick something like a PL and go into like the later stages where Enchantress just super struggles, just becomes pretty useless versus that hero if it gets to late game or mid game.
If given a choice, I would much prefer dealing with her in the laning phase, because I feel like she, as an offlaner, she's very much like a Queen of Pain in mid. Like, she needs to dominate the lane to have a good game.
Yeah.
If she like has a very mediocre or even a poor start, then she just doesn't scale that well. Like, You need to get a lot out of the laning stage.
Dire team ban.
Another hero to protect the Enchantress, I think. I wonder if they're putting too much stock into this Enchantress pick.
Yeah, they banned both Lifesteal and Gyro to just protect that hero.
You use your first pick and all your bans on the second phase.
What else would you ban? Like, are there any non-Enchantress threatening heroes that you would have liked to see removed at this stage?
I mean, at SCCC OD, if there's a certain strategies, you're...
Yeah, but if you're gonna try and ban out SCCC's heroes, I mean, good luck, you know? There's just so many.
Like, for example, right, Shaman has a toolkit of single target control, where OD is particularly good against with the defensive Astrals.
Yeah.
So if they're kind of angling towards that direction, that's a hero that you can ban out, but...
So does Empire want to fully reveal that this is an offlane Enchantress is here?
10 seconds remaining.
Probably the biggest thing. Because right now they still could throw it back as support. Maybe that's what they're trying to do as well. They're trying to throw them off guard, throw Newbee off guard a bit. Still seeing the Earth Spirit. I think that's if they wanted to reveal that the Enchantress is an offlaner.
Yeah.
Well, I'm also wondering if either teams or any teams in the tournament will pick up a Shadow Fiend at any point. Because we did see a pretty sizable nerf on the hero.
I felt all the nerfs were, a lot of the nerfs that I saw were like early game nerfs, right?
Yes.
And then the hero becomes the same as they were.
Yep. But for Shadow Fiend in particular, the early game impacts him so much more.
Yeah.
Dire team.
Bounty Hunter.
Will be the Bounty Hunter.
That does reveal that it is that offlane Ench, and they are trying to punish lanes.
If I'm Newbee, one weakness I see in Empire's draft right now is that none of these heroes deal well with pushing strategy that well. Like particularly 5-man, right? You grab a TIE Hunter, you 5-man into Bounty Hunter, there's not much
5 seconds.
a bounty-based lineup can do.
And that's Newbee's specialty.
That's what they do.
Yeah, just group up and go. Options. And they can just pick some really strong laners that don't really care too much about the bounty either. They've already got Bane. Bane doesn't give too much, care too much about that hero in the laning phase. I want me some more Mugi Ursa, man. Mugi Ursa was so good at Genting.
Think it will still fit this draft, Ursa?
I think it could. Yeah. I don't know if they want to pick it here though.
I mean, lanes well against Enchantress.
Radiant team.
We're gonna go for that.
The other option, yeah, that's one that we were saying versus Ench.
Yeah.
If you just make it mid game, yeah, that hero just falls completely off.
So they don't necessarily need to deal with Enchantress in lane because they already have a tool to deal with her lane.
Sure.
Right?
10 seconds.
I mean, the whole thing with Enchantress, I guess you could take an illusion and get your own army, but it's not really like reliable or anything.
They've got a lot of straight burst, PL, Sand Bane. Definitely good magical burst to deal with the Ench. Empire is definitely going to struggle to kill this PL with their first 3 heroes. They don't really have ways to catch him or the lockdown. I mean, Shadow Shaman, you have lockdown, but not, not for a PL. It's not some AoE stun, they're lockdown. Empire is low on time here.
They are.
Dire team.
Well, we need a Tinker. Tinker did get a bit of a change.
15 movement speed nerf.
15 movement speed nerf into that, indeed. From 305 to 290.
Yeah, that's a pretty big hit in the laning phase.
Yep. So normally I would be screaming offlane Zeus as a counter, but I don't think offlane Zeus against Bounty, Shaman, and a Silent harassing you.
5 seconds.
But
Remaining.
I think Newbee actually play offlane Zeus on
They
KP,
do.
right?
I mean, they could pick Storm or Zeus here.
Will be an offense, Zeus. Good call, good call.
It's really good if you survive the laning phase, but I'm not sure if you can. That's the thing.
He'll get it. He'll get stuff eventually, right? I mean,
can you go offensive with PL and give Zeus a 1v1 against Enchantress? That's still pretty rough, right?
that doesn't sound great.
Yeah.
I mean, you're gonna get your farm though, right? But you'll probably dove a lot.
5 seconds.
Yeah, I just don't know where this Zeus could go.
They have ran it mid.
Okay.
They have ran SCCC on the
Can
Zeus.
you do position 4 Zeus? Put a Sanking offlane?
Dire team ban.
Doesn't sound
Doesn't sound
Doesn't
great.
sound amazing.
Look,
I mean, if you can get away with the support Zeus, it of course can. But I think he wants to get more farm, right? He wants to get that Aghanims for the Tinker.
Sure.
Yeah.
So they do take out the Storm anyway. I think you kind of have to.
10 seconds.
I would pay money to see a SCCC QoP. I feel like this is a pretty good QoP game.
This looks like a pretty good QoP game.
You could blow up the Enchantress, you could blink away from the bounty. It's a pretty
blow
even
up
matchup.
almost anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all very squishy heroes
Yeah.
inside of Empire.
The downside to that is you have Zeus, QoP, and PL, and neither of them can hit buildings. So I feel like this last pick has to like hit buildings somewhat. I think in China, the traditional counter pick to Tinker is Sniper, which checks all the boxes of like good laner, can push buildings. But again, you have a very susceptible lineup to being ran at.
Out for Sniper or OD. I mean, people have picked Tinker versus OD, but Sniper OD QoP. Let's go.
All right. See what they go
And
for.
then now, what about for Empire?
Newbee banned out the Anti-Mage.
They banned out AM.
10
So we're looking for the hero for Nyx,
remaining.
actually. Nyx, the top 3 most played heroes are
5
Medusa,
seconds
Anti-Mage, and Juggernaut.
remaining.
Oh, that's gonna be confusing. I was like, wait, Nyx Assassin, what the hell?
I guess they have the ultimate final pick, so they'll wait
Yeah.
to see Noob.
Would Juggernaut still be good? Juggernaut Battle Fury?
I guess it could be. They don't have the thing that concerns me for Empire is they have no frontliner
Yeah.
at all.
I don't think that's gonna, like, can you fix that with the core position?
Legion Commander.
There's the Legion Commander.
Oh. So Zeus mid,
Yep. Okay.
Legion off lane.
Yeah.
Huh.
I do like
10 seconds remaining.
Juggernaut here. I feel like Healing Ward should have a very decent job being
5
staying alive,
seconds
and you can
remaining.
mitigate a ton of that damage coming in.
Oh, it's gonna be
Sven.
that's the frontliner. It gives them actual disable on top.
Sure.
They've got Bounty Hunter plus Tinker. They've got the track plus the Tinker, which we've seen, and it is gonna be Nyx mid and FN playing the safe lane. It looks like.
That is what it looked like indeed.
Yeah.
All right.
Can
So-
Sven do it?
Lumi, what do you think is very important for Empire's lineup to be successful?
They need to punish the Zeus. I feel like that is the one weakness. Mid lane is a little bit harder to kill, but it's still very doable when you have a bounty.
Yeah.
So that's where I put most of my attention at.
All right. What does Newbee need to do to be successful this game?
Just don't get run over in the lanes. Shut down the Sven. Don't let him farm Ancients, because I think the Sven is their biggest like real win condition for Empire. I think this Tinker's gonna have a really hard time with a Bane sitting in his lane.
Okay. Well, let's find out what's going to happen in the first game of the
seconds
series. It is over to our
remaining.
commentators, Capitalist and Blitz, for game 1.
That's right, thank you, Sheever.
5 seconds
Captain Blitz back
remaining.
at it again for Newbee versus Empire. Blitz, what do you rate Empire's chances here against Newbee?
It's okay.
Yeah?
I think Sven is probably like the best stopgap hero that they were gonna get, but I don't really like that hero. I think it loses a lot.
Legion Banner?
What? No, I'm talking about Sven, dog.
Oh, Sven.
Legion's
Sorry.
okay.
We were talking about Legion earlier.
I think Legion is good if you can run over the lane. Like if the laning phase is really good, that hero feels very strong.
Yeah.
And nowadays, like you're playing against a Shadow Shaman, the patch notes are like the stuff's live, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I see fools getting banned for like 6 months left and right, so it has
What about Zeus?
it's Newbee's preferred counter. I've seen it twice now. The past like week. Genting as well.
I know.
Everything.
Yeah, I think so. But it was also versus a Terrorblade, which
Yeah.
made it extra strong.
It's here against Tinker though.
It's just a Tinker counter, right?
Yeah, it's okay against Bounty because you can just chill farm from behind.
Yeah.
It's really good when the enemy doesn't have gap closed.
Actually, they had a Bounty Hunter too. It's
Yeah,
Terrorblade,
yeah.
Bounty Hunter,
You just like
Tinker.
you sit back and you zap, and if they can't get close to you, you continue to zap. Zap away.
Zap, zap, zap.
Ah.
So are you feeling, I mean, it does seem like Sven, they need an answer, a little bit of better answer to Phantom Lancer. It's a slow hero though. Same with the Tinker.
Yeah.
And it's not really, you talked about one of the big strengths of the Tinker is the fact that he deals with all split push.
Yeah, he
right?
deals with
He
all
handles all of it, so you can go in 4-man all you want. But I don't really feel like a SVEN does that for you. SVEN just is going to spend that time farming his jungle.
That was a weird, interesting thing yesterday when they won with the SVEN, where Ame went like Shadow Blade.
Oh, yeah.
The Liquid guys thought that they were going to lose that game.
Why? I don't remember.
They just felt like the DOTA would eventually, they were going to get countered.
Oh, yeah.
And they had good heroes, but unfortunately that did not happen.
Who was playing that game?
It was like Cole versus LGD was just a better team.
Yeah, it was because Ame.
That was the first time I'd seen SVEN win in a while, personally.
And that was also a very special SVEN game.
I think I saw like the last 6 SVEN games lose.
Yeah.
And that one, if we believe.
Why? What's wrong with the hero?
Doesn't feel as strong. Pace of the game, all the carries get Battle Fury anyways. There's like main advantage kind of got taken away. Although it might be better now that nobody wants to get Battle Fury. Or at least like PL doesn't.
I was about to say, Battle Fury didn't get nerfed that hard, right? It was creep damage and anything else? 10% creep damage.
Yeah, you guys got to give us a second to like. It was a lot of patch stuff that popped when it happened at like 4 AM in China, and I just.
Yeah, I literally only have read it once so far, and that was while I was eating breakfast.
But this is our job, to tattoo it on the back of each other's heads so that we can read.
Well,
if you haven't lost your passion
your head
for
for
the game,
me,
yeah, if you haven't lost your passion for the game,
you would have memorized every single one of these.
You'd be Prison Break style tattooing your body with the newest patch notes every Thursday.
What do you do with the old patch notes though when they become irrelevant?
You scratch them out, dude. If you're real hardcore, like I spent like $10,000 on tattoo removal every year.
Alright, we're unpaused again. Looks like Newbee are going to go for a smoke. Wrap around here. GHOSTIK is already showing himself against Moogie. Moogie's kind of baiting GHOSTIK in.
GHOSTIK is so dead.
He is.
He is
never
been more dead in his life. Give it to SCCC.
And this is why. Dude, look at Moogie takes that instead.
He sees the arc lightning going out.
No.
Gross. Very well done though.
This is why you don't play those poke games with each other.
Yeah.
Those never end up well.
The assumption, of course, is that they were going to the other rune. But I really like the rune stuff now. Like the mind game on mind game stuff. I think it's so cool. It's a very cool addition to Dota.
It feels like a fun way to start out the game for us, too.
Yeah. Like it adds more variance to the game.
Bounty Hunter gonna go for a pull to help out his homie. Enchantress off lane here. Yoku can always just go invis.
Yoku 4.
Yep.
Remember when this guy was like the offlaner?
The offlaner, and then he said he hates offlane and demanded to play, what was it, mid?
Yeah, mid.
That didn't go over so well.
He was a really good offlaner. I wonder why he hated it. Like, I was talking to Rezo about that, and I was like, this guy was beast at it. Why did he? Like, I don't know, he just didn't want to do it anymore.
I remember he was a really good lone druid.
Yeah. I mean, his Sand King. Sand King was something. But you can't force people.
Yoku is going to try. Managed to get the sentry now.
That feels real bad.
At least he can play against laser.
Don't even bother giving your mid laner this stuff. You know the bounty's going to be faster than dewarding.
Yeah.
Because he always has the advantage of being able to place his second.
And it's even if you like somehow get the sentry down after he lays down his, he's probably still going to kill yours, and if they're both dead, then Bounty Hunter.
Yeah. It's just a real crap situation.
So don't even buy the sentry in your mid? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, support players don't buy books.
Wow.
Don't worry about it.
That's a classic mid-player analysis right there.
As the mid player, I'm telling you, I wouldn't want one. So technically, I don't know. FN's copying a lot of damage here, though.
Yeah, he could very easily get run down here. Kaka not going to go for it. Meanwhile, top lane, they're going to try and go for a kill on GHOSTIK here. Does not have any more heal. Yoku's going to help him out. They might actually be able to turn on Faith, but Faith actually finished him off with the Brain Sap. That was just barely enough damage. He is going to cop a lot here. Yoko can actually, he can keep up. He's got level 2 now, but looks like Faith is fast enough. First,
Faith is really quick.
yeah.
Not gonna kill that guy.
How did he get boost? What did I see?
No boots.
Oh, off the dust, huh? Oh, Faith is still getting caught though.
Your Faith is mega dead.
Is he? Orb of Venom. Tick, 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 tick. He's not going to get another hit in.
Oh,
Faith is too fast. He lives with just 3 HP.
Okay. That's the way that one crumbles. So we're just getting oodles of farm. KP taking some damage too. Really like the evolution of KP. We talked about Yoko a lot, but KP has gone such a good player.
Yeah.
I think he was the weak link for like some of those old Newbee squads when he was kind of like getting into it. Because when he was in Australia, like the first time I ever played against him was when I was on the and he was playing mid at the time.
Tackle. SVEN is going to turn his fight. Manages to get the 2-man done. Kaka, very low, eats his way through the trees though. Body blocking great. KP is not going to be enough. Maposhka manages to barely pick up that kill. 1-2.
77 base. Ouch. That King is not bad armor. Yeah. I mean, Dota makes no sense because all the heroes that have like the armor-related like skins, just they're all
the weakest. Doom, Sand King,
tiny.
None of just a big rock has no armor.
Yeah, if I told you that the giant rock lord tank hits, you'd be pretty surprised. Okay, so SCCC.
Actually, it makes more sense that maybe Magic Cannon. What's fire and lightning gonna do to him?
Apparently a lot.
Gotcha.
Our lightning god himself doing what, 21 and 1 compared to 21 and ace. Nice deny. They are going to be able to catch Maposhka though.
Give him the last hit.
Yeah, this time around, surely they're going to give SCC the last hit.
You die for taking that regenerate.
Is it a worthwhile death?
Kind of.
I mean, the regen in the R2 is pretty big. Oh, Bane caught here. He's going to get the sleep on Yoko. Immediately woken up by the Enchantress, who wakes himself up off of his creep, but it's all too slow. Faith is way with it. And he is. The fact that he got boots first is actually so important for his game.
Yeah, I think that's why they did it. He understood that he had to trade hits. The Enchantress is also very fast. It'd be very hard for him to survive up here without it. And
yeah, with a lower range, right? He just got hidden constantly.
So he also needs to be pretty aggressive in the lane if he wants to slow down this farm at all. I mean, I think the idea is quite brilliant. And it sounds very simple, but it's worked out pretty nicely. And those are the things that interest me the most in Dota. And he gets the deny off. The stun is wasted.
SVEN spite denies a range creep in return. We really have any stacks so far for our SVEN. Ancients not being stacked up at all. No stacks for our Tinker either. So it looks like the supports have a bit too much to do right now. Try to help with that. It makes sense. As a support, you don't want to be out by yourself. Kaka is going to be dusted up here. They managed to get a Stormhammer on Maposhka. Oh, actually doesn't get out the Jackal. Manages to stop that with Faith. Nightmare goes down. They kill the Bounty Hunter. And SVEN cannot finish off Kaka with the Sandstorm. So KP runs for extra damage onto Maposhka, but all around, easy win there for Newbee. They're going to get the kill. Oh, yeah, they get way too close. Maposhka launches him up with the Shackles. I'm not sure if he thought his supports were sticking around for him a little bit longer. Kaka, what is Kaka doing? Oh. What?
Well, the crowd is like, there was a lot of like confused. They were about to shout like in surprise and happiness, and then they're like, whoa.
Okay, SCC does make a rotation in the bottom lane.
I feel like they could have just triple shine there, and it would have been okay. Like they get a kill, they shine up, then they can run down bottom again, do the same stuff. Very surprised that that sequence of events happened.
I feel like both teams could have. Right?
Yeah. It is going to allow GHOSTIK to get pretty aggressive on Newbee though.
Boogie. Yeah, already down to half HP with GHOSTIK doing a great job fighting the real PL instantly. Does not want to chase into the tower though.
Mugi did not even try to split his solutions.
No.
Although that might be like the next level. If you anticipate everyone to do so.
Do you anticipate everybody to bait the illusion runaway?
Yeah.
Then you just run away?
People are getting way too clever about that. So, concerning thing from me right now is that the bounty hunter is still only level 2, as Kaka goes in deep for this.
Nice catch on the Tinker. Oh, SCCC doesn't throw it on the ground. Finally hits Nyx, but it's a little bit too late. They lose the Sand King. Obviously, gonna be worth the trade-off there, but they need that. Oh, that was actually unfortunate. Looks like bottom lane to kill the Legion Commander.
I think they would have killed Bounty too.
Yeah.
The sleep timing was a little bit unfortunate.
Did he dodge the lightning bolt?
Yeah.
Sleep? Yeah.
It was actually really
There
sad.
are a lot of mess-ups right now from Newbee. This is not the clean Newbee that we saw in the grand finals against Liquid.
No, not at all. I think part of it can come down to like when you play what you perceive to be like a worse opponent, because there's no way that Newbee thinks that Empire is like completely equal to them, right?
And
So,
on the teams that you were coaching for, DC and Liquid, did you ever notice that happening with your team?
of course, there was remember Freedom?
Yeah.
Freedom, the first time we came back from like an event or something, we played them in this best of 3 and they swamped us when I was on DC. Like they actually destroyed us.
You told me you guys did like zero research.
Yeah, we just
like kind of went in Dota.
Whatever. We beat them all the time.
Yeah.
And then we got absolutely whomped. So then the next time we played them, we stayed up like the entire night. We won that qualifier too. It was like, I can't remember what it was for.
Yeah.
But we dominated that qual after that because you got to learn that lesson. It's important for everything. You do the max amount of scouting.
Smoke wraparound here by Newbee. Gonna catch Miposhka mid-hole here. He's trying to stack the Ancient. Instead, gonna die to Fate.
Dominating kill. I think he actually wanted. I think they want to give these kills to SCCC. Aside from that top one.
Zeus is a hero that really needs to be able to pick up speed off of hero kills. He can't just sit around sitting at the same farm as a Tinker.
Yeah. At the same time, I think this has gone pretty well for Empire. Empire's doing a very nice job of matching. It is costing them these bounty hunter levels though. I think he's still only like level 3. He's moving around, but the thing about rotating is if you're not constantly getting kills, and even if you are, oftentimes you're doing it at the cost of like splitting XP between a lot of heroes. So you're hyper-inflating like your own net worth. Like you think you're getting more than you are.
Yeah.
But you need to get some lane CS.
That's why like the bounty runes are really important, right?
Yeah, but they nerfed those, right?
They increased the gold, but I think they nerfed the experience. But I think it was just starting experience. It's just the starting 25.
I see. In any case, he's about to pick up his levels.
And he's probably going to be the one.
Oh, he didn't break the smoke.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Means they're going to collide. The SVEN, FN, pops his war cry, trying to get down. Doesn't want to get the duel. Try for the duel here. They need to be able to stall him up a little bit longer, but it looks like he was able to juke that one out. The bounty hunter taking off the sleeve, allowing FN to get away with his Mask of Madness.
That's very well played by Yoku.
Yeah. And the best part is he stays invis while he takes off the sleeve. So that leads into a free push by Empire, who's stolen the Siege Wagon away with the Enchantress. Going to be able to take the safe lane tower for free.
Really well done so far by Empire overall. I wanted to see Yoku hit 6 around this time so they could get even more aggressive. But if you're just doing this well in lane so far, you've kept your mid tower up, I think you're going to be pretty happy about this.
Yeah, absolutely. 60 FPS. Nope.
Newbee should be a little bit restless here, though. I think they anticipated like the lanes to go a lot better. They're off to a good start. It was like 3-1.
Yeah. They are very dependent on being able to get kills between Legion Commander and Zeus. They need to keep this Tinker down. The SVEN is kind of a problem. He's actually done pretty well in his lane, despite he was supposed to be contested.
He avoided like 3 ganks.
Yeah.
Empire's laughing.
Yeah, they should be very happy with the way
chill
this game
dudes,
started
chill
out.
dudes. This feels a lot better, as weird as it sounds, than the Infamous Liquid Game 1 start. Because even though Infamous was up by like 2k gold, it felt very brittle because they were losing in CS like almost across the board.
Yeah.
But this time around, I feel like Infamous, this actually feels like a decent start that it could lead to somewhere.
I mean, part of it's got to be their kind of greedy setup, right? They've got a SVEN and a Tinker, but they won the laning.
I do like when these like giants are top up by these light underdog teams. Empire, of course, got that top 8 at finish at TI with Rezo.
I'll be honest with you, Empire was not the last team that I expected to be the underdog that upsets one of these guys, but they certainly weren't at the top of my list. So if they could actually do it, that would be quite the story.
So far, so good. They're taking a lot of damage to this tier 2.
Yeah.
With the double siege.
And there is not a whole lot of ways to stop that. Legion Commander doesn't really want to show. Currently trying to get some sort of opening with the early Blink Dagger pickup between the Zeus and the Sand King. There's a lot of follow-up damage so they can quickly burst down a hero. So I like the early Blink Dagger choice. Fortunately, it's not working out for him so far.
Nice done.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Tinker. Bolster FN a little bit, give him some bottle trades. I love it when I see Tinkers move around helping out his boys with the bottle.
Yeah.
It's like such a small thing. It takes very little time, but it helps your boys so much.
Yeah, it does.
Like that's 30 seconds where that guy would have to go back to base.
Next, just needs a Blink Dagger now. It's going to be a very good thing.
The true game of cat and mouse really begins. It's really a lot more difficult for Newbee.
Yoku's still only level 5 though.
They gotta give him some time in the lane or something. Looks like they're gonna give him up the mid lane since, after all, Tinker doesn't really need it.
He's just gonna jungle. I think the way that this goes is Yoku gets a 6, then he just like walks around the map and makes sure that his team isn't getting ganked. Like, tanks some smoke.
Yeah.
Because Newbee's gonna want to start smoking and taking fights soon.
They're gonna go for all those Legion Commander smoke ganks on a Tinker. They run into a Bounty Hunter instead. They're gonna be pretty damn sad.
Yeah. Bounty doesn't really care if he dies.
This is honestly just a great bounty game, right? Just because your game is so simplistic in a way, you just have to give your team information.
Getting low.
It doesn't really have any way to be able to escape this one. It's going to go for a TP out here. Here's Porter. It's going to make it difficult for GHOSTIK, but Nyx will be able to burst him down anyway. That brings him to the line. Another 750 gold. Good.
Very nice. And for Newbee, not the easiest to shove out these lanes without showing heroes. Whereas Empire have a lot of ways to do it. Like Tinker can just sit back, and can just send creeps in.
Shadow Shaman burst him. You've got a 5 position that pushes out lanes. That always feels good.
Yeah. That's why Newbee, it doesn't feel like they can make current plays right now.
So when can they start making plays though?
Can we check Zeus's items real fast? Alright, how's LC doing? Who's supposed to blink?
Got it. Alright, he's at it for a little while.
Probably do it now then.
Catch on the mid lane. They have the sleep into the Fiend's Grip. Hawkeye's run slow, but all just keep flying. What a big dude now. The opening goes down, but Newell is surrounded by 4 heroes. He's gonna lose that duel. Dueling into the Tinker and KD. It cost him his life. Trap stage as well. They are going to be able to get enough shots coming out from the Infinite. GHOSTIK is going to try and chase SCCC as well. The Bounty Hunter making it a whole lot easier for him. Kaka, marching machines, bit by bit. He's going to be able to bring him down. Nyx takes the tower for GHOSTIK to be able to get out alive. 3 down from Newbee.
So sick. This is not the kind of engagement that you want as Newbee. Like, yes, you do want to go in that situation, but at the same time, like, it feels very bad.
That is a sentry there. Mugi is going to try and kill Yoku, but can't quite get him.
Oh, barely gets out of the range of that.
Did he not have the... He had mana for land. What happened? Did he have 3 lands on the Ancients earlier? That seemed weird that he didn't immediately throw it.
Awkward situation, though.
Yeah.
Like, they want to go for the kill, but you don't want to go for the counter like that. And it's really hard position for LC to go into, because dueling a SVEN, like, it's counterintuitive, but like, it sucks because this hero has high armor. Yeah. He does more damage than you. He usually just like straight up kills you.
You don't even wait now, yeah.
Now you give him 10 damage for free. Nice. Which is not insignificant, Austin.
No, certainly not. On the SVEN, beating up his farming, beating up his hero power.
First duel of the game that I've seen. Anyways, goes the way of FN.
A long smoke. They smoked from their offlane jungle area, ran all the way up to top lane, have gone through the secret shop, and have yet to find anybody because Empire's just 5-manning mid right now.
Yeah, and Newbee, I don't think they want to take this side right now. Yoku's intentionally trying to tank this out. He wants to find somebody. The disaster for him is if he runs into a gank, gets killed like 3 or 4 times. That'd be a little bit rough.
Zeus does reveal him, also revealing Nyx over there, but they can really catch him. Tries to go for Mapolka, unable to grab him fast enough, but they're still able to nuke that Shadow Shaman down. Getting a little low though. GHOSTIK, he is keeping that distance, able to get really good infinite shots down to finish him off. Faith is unable to get the sleep down in time. Yoku keeps the track up, allowing GHOSTIK to be able to force staff himself over the trees to get more damage. This vision on top with an Enchantress, given the extra movement speed, it's just a beautiful combination to be able to run down these heroes. And Faith, sure enough, this tier 2 will be zero protection for him. Empire surround him, bring him down. 12-9 now for Empire with a 2,000 gold lead.
Yep, that's what we were talking about. Like, it feels as though Empire, yeah, the kill is getting farmed, but I don't know how much they care. GHOSTIK is very strong at this point, and he can't fight. He needs more items to go to fight. This man, spell strength, whacks up 2 or 3 times, gets rid of his illusions. And that's why it feels as though the battle period build is a little bit wonky, because it delays the rest of your items.
Yeah.
It makes it so that you can't fight for some time. The timing in which you would want defusal naturally doesn't come because you got to build the defusal after it's obviously, but by that time you already need the next set of items and then the next set. The upside, of course, is that you can very easily farm Ancients, and Phantom Lancer makes good use of the mana and HP regen, especially the HP regen.
Look at these shots from long distance. Shuriken, missile. Another missile's going to come in. And that's actually dead.
All right, that's another 300 gold.
This is such a disgusting bounty hunter tracking Tinker and Enchantress.
Yeah, it's really beastly right now.
There's actually very few heroes, like maybe an OD's pretty good in that regard. There are not too many heroes that really benefit from track more than these two.
Yeah, and when Empire gets the inevitable Roshan too, because right now they've got so much map control that Roshan should be there. They've taken the mid-tier 1, they've taken the 2 top tier 2 hours.
Another scouting ultimate there from the Zeus, completely whiffing. They didn't get any Leech Commander jump or anything like that.
And Mapolka is going to get the stack off. And Newbee finds the ward. But that's
Empire, you just keep fighting the thing, right?
Yeah, I think you keep engaging because there's nothing you're really waiting for anymore.
You've got the Blink, FN's pretty farmed.
He's about to get Blink himself.
That's going to be a pretty unhappy Zeus soon.
Yeah, they need to get on top of the Zeus. Zeus is the way that Newbee stops these pushes. And they need to be here as 5.
Newbee.
Kaka's coming in now too. They see Mugi.
Faith is going to scout some of them. Kaka thinking about it, but the Blink Dagger from the SVEN is here. So even if Newbee do make an initiation on Empire, they could be deeply surprised when FN jumps in.
Yeah, Nyx is going to shove out top and force people to come back. I don't think this is a fight that either side really wants to take. For Newbee, they don't know where the board vision is. There could be one behind the tower, and Yoku could just be standing around scouting them, and they can't afford to lose that fight and the tower.
And for Empire, it's an unnecessary risk. Like they're already winning the game. No need to start any fights that you don't have an advantage in.
You don't want to overcommit for those engagements.
Yeah. But you want to poke at them a little bit first, right? You want to get some missiles out, tracks down. Mapolka spotted. Tanking is going to try and run him down here. They should be able to finish him. It looks like KP is here as well, so they can actually get a dual kill off of this as well. As long as Mapolka
the rest of his team is coming,
manage to juke him. They're actually coming through the jungle. Newbee's going to turn around. They're actually going to try and fight this one. SCCC needs some help. They're going for GHOSTIK right now, but he is super tanky on this match. FN's going to go up, but here comes FN. They're going to quickly kill this. So it's the front strike. Epicenter going down. Dual point. They're going to just take him. Tries to make it away, but he's cut down by the impetus shot. No one takes damage. They are all super healthy on the side of Empire, even after that Burrow Strike Epicenter combination. And Newbee end up losing 3. Now chasing a 4th. They're going to get attention. He does have a Burrow Strike, tries to get himself a little bit farther away. Oh, he gets flown too. He just can't get anywhere. Another track killed, now up by 6,000 gold. Honestly, Empire looks like they're just going to quickly take this game 1 at this rate.
Yeah, Empire is playing phenomenally. We talked about for a brief second, like, maybe Empire, they're not taking them too seriously, but it's just Empire playing very well.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta give them all the credit right now. They're playing very patiently. They're not making any of these forced moves. They're gonna get the sleep up on a GHOSTIK, but he immediately breaks it with his creep. He's been so quick about that. Oftentimes, when you're playing a team that, oh, here's the duel, they really need this kill though.
The SVEN is certainly not going to be dying to the duel anytime soon. He is super tanky. I don't know how much status resistance that is. It did not go.
It did not go. It was good.
13%? Yeah.
Oh, right now, as I was saying, like Empire, they're not making any forced maneuvers.
Yeah.
Like, that was such a patient smoke. They didn't force engagement at bottom. A lot of teams would feel their lead and they wouldn't know what to do there. But they made a very veteran play. And SCCC, like all these ults to find vision and hopefully engagements, they're just not landing.
That just means you're missing one more nuke to be able to bring down these heroes.
The Pochka, that top engagement, he lived for so long.
Oh, KP is dead. FN finds another one. He goes from picking up his Blink Dagger, gets a couple of kills, and soon he's going to have BKB. And at that point in time, he is a rampaging monster that Newbee can absolutely not touch.
Yeah, they don't have the physical damage right now to deal with him. Once he gets BKB, even after the duel, it's hard.
They're going to go straight to the throne while they still have God Strength active for a little bit longer. They also have wards that they can drop here. And honestly, all the lanes are pushed. They know Newbee has to deal with it.
Talked about how, because they have the map control, they're going to get this Roshan. And this is a very pivotal one. This is the one where you don't need the Aegis to go high ground for. And they're being a little bit greedy by not utilizing the wards. But I think that it pays off, so get multiple towers as a result of this.
Yeah. And it seems like Newbee has zero idea. They've actually mass TV'd down to their on-lane jungle area. Maybe they're planning on going through some sort of smoke. Things come out now, but it should be too late.
Yep. That's gonna fall.
Finally gets it. Ace picked up for FN. Newbee, quick retreat as they hear the sound of Roshan falling. They couldn't fight Empire before, they certainly can't now.
Does Enchant pipe yet?
I know he had the hoods. Not sure. Yeah, he still has the hoods anyway. A little bit more offense. He's actually going for anything. What? Why?
I don't know, is PL going, I think the attack speed's nice.
They need this kill, they need it badly, but the TP's coming in for the Tinker. They're going to stop that one actually with the Burst Strike coming in. He thought it was a little bit too risky, but like number 2, way too hard for Newbee to take. So they're actually just going to hide in the trees, see if they can TP out safely. Is anybody going to get caught? Doesn't look like it.
Everyone gets out. Nice grab by Newbee. They needed that.
Yep. But it's at the 7,000 gold lead, 18-9 at 24 minutes in. Empire, even better late game, presumably with a SVEN Tinker.
Feels like Newbee need to just make these like one-off plays. They can't allow Empire to just go for this full 5-man. Yeah. It's been proven now that they don't deal the damage necessary to kill these heroes. Although we haven't really seen the PL enter these fights yet. Like every time it feels like Mugi's just reading these fights as lost and not showing up.
My problem is, I don't know, like he doesn't provide a disable to be able to catch the Tinker. And he obviously is not going to man fight well against the SVEN. So I'm just not sure what he's going to be able to do in these engagements. Like he can go for the support, sure, but at the end of the day, the Tinker and the SVEN are still going to be big problems.
It's not easy for him to kill Bounty either. They got ways to deal with them with the Ags. They're all smoked up though.
And he's trying to go for the upset of Hawk actually cancel it. Bounty lanes are hitting all these heroes. They're trying to go for the SVEN. Definitely trying to bring him down with the duel. And will the Beasters, they finally do get him. What they go is going so much damage. Lando, massive missile. Moving him. Go for him. Now locked down by the Jackal. But Polska making sure that carry's going to go down. Polska unable to finish off Nyx. All 5-man down from Newbee. And only the SVEN dies on Empire.
I'm looking, I turned around, Newbee just like sullen, Empire, they're all yelling. Everyone's got a smile on their face. They're feeling it right now.
There was a very loud roar from that Empire.
It wasn't from the crowd, because
it certainly wasn't. They are dead quiet.
Yeah, they are very much in favor of Newbee, but you gotta respect how fast Empire's playing. Like, going for those kinds of plays, very selfless. And that was the first reveal of the BKB on the Phantom Lancer. It didn't seem to matter. No. Empire just carried that fight so well. GHOSTIK was in the middle of that.
Nyx was playing like the back line's got a huge bouncing laser just to start things off. Massive rocket, blinked his way up the side trees. So Phantom Lancer didn't really see him towards the end. The fight was already over by that point.
They're not going to be able to go high ground. KP is going to get a duel.
So they actually get the duel kill.
Yep.
Oh, barely.
2001. 2,104, baby.
He's got 14 duel damage, Blitz.
He did it.
At 25 minutes. Go you, KP.
get the SVEN duel kill. They all go away and get the SVEN duel kill.
Much. Poke, poke. They do have the Zeus here. Mugi's going to try and chase down GHOSTIK, but he's already away with the Hurricane Pike. Newbee cannot afford to chase any of these. You can see Kaka's actually getting long range. That was an easy lens catch from Pochka.
Love that item on this hero.
Somehow, Mugi is still the higher net worth. I don't know how. The Tinker or SVEN. But they're all about the same here.
He's hit a lot of Ancients. Like
true.
during the time where his team was getting killed repeatedly, all he did was hit creeps, because I think he realized, like, we can't fight. But the rest of his team, it feels very disconnected, because it feels like Newbee wants to fight. Because the rest of the heroes don't really do anything.
Yeah.
The rest of the heroes can't just farm like he can.
They're buying time for a Phantom Lancer that is not the best. Legion Commander caught. Good sleep there. Slows down the death. The inevitable one of KP.
That's the best part about Bounty Hunter. It feels like all of these kills are so valued when you play as Bounty Hunter. Even these off-lane kills where KP doesn't have a lot of network, it feels psychologically too that you're getting a lot. You're very satisfied with this. GHOSTIK just walks in, gets slugged up. Kaka doesn't really know what to do.
They have no idea. They're going to go for beat script. FN jumps forward, goes for the bait. Immediately Yule Scepter though. They're going to kite FN as best as he can. He's going to be forced to pop his BKB. They've taken a tier 3 tower. Now they just need to get out. Newbee will not pursue. They will. Kaka thinking about it. He still has to track on it though. That would be a dangerous game.
Nick's going to TP out. Almost has that completed shoot stick. I'm actually okay with that play. Opening up the tier 3 towers is very big.
Yeah. I think Newbee are already limited for map control with the Tinker always pushing in these side lanes. They lose shrines as well. It's going to get pretty rough in here. Lincoln's choice for FN.
They almost went a little bit too deep. Like, you have to draw that line and tell your team, this is how far we go. We're never going past the Rex. Because once you get past the Rex and the tower's still up, it's very hard to follow. But now that the tower's down, it's a bit easier as Yoku. Gonna run into KP, who immediately dispels himself.
I remember when Swindlemans and Kyle were breaking down a replay called the complexity line.
Yeah.
It's like, this is the line that we always go over and lose the game.
Do you see Misery had the same idea?
Yeah.
He was telling me, like, at TI, like, we're always very good about that. He would set this line and say, like, nobody passes through here. You can't imagine that your teammates, especially the feature supports, they can't follow up with you. And Dota is a game of strength in numbers. So you want to hold these, like, tight lines. So you can always back each other up in case something happens. Of course, there are some heroes that, like, just don't obey that. Like, you want your Enchantress to run forward, be very aggressive.
FN popping God Strength. He's going to go for the Zeus here. They need to be able to get the sleep on fast. He's already caught the BKB though. He's going to demolish the bait. SCCC falls as well. And Newbee, little chance to stop this one. It seems they're going to be forced into buybacks. So maybe they have deterred Empire a little bit. They're going to drop wards here. See if they can take the rack. Just that. And GHOSTIK on the front line. You can't do that. KP takes off the track for him, but he's already stopped the Sandstorm. That is going to be racks down with missiles coming in. Newbee are going to be at half HP while Empire run away. Another successful victory for them. These battles just keep on coming and keep on winning for Empire.
Their BKB piercers don't want to be there. And so when you have the SVEN that just runs in, there's not a whole lot that they can do. At this point in the game, you would really like the supports to all have 4 stats. That's typically the counter to these single core SVEN or the like. But if you look at Newbee's lineup, they cannot support a lot of items. This Kaka Sand King hasn't even got Blink Dagger. He had to go first item Yule Scepter, that's it. Now he's about to get Blink. Like, ideally that's a force.
Yeah.
Your Bane is nowhere near force. I would even be okay with it on the Legion at this point, as FN completes the Lincolns in counter to pretty much everybody. There's so much single target on the side of Newbee.
Yeah, now when he pops BKB, and he's not going to be controlled up by Beam Script. Pretty much he's or duel. You don't want to be doing that one. A lot of damage coming at Bane. He's going to try and sleep himself, maybe. No, he's already dead. Burrow strike through. It's going to solve FN. Still managed to get off the stun. KP goes to the back line. Are you really going to be able to bring it down, though? The magic damage is not enough from SCCC. He loses the duel. They're going to lose SCCC as well. And ultimately, they are going to lose this game 1 because they are 4 down. and they call it GG Empire.
Wow.
Woo! What a show from them here.
Nice, very respectful applause. That was dominant. 31-12. Not even close. Aside from the opening 2 or 3 minutes.
EG and a couple of these teams that like to be a bit more farm heavy, they take that dire side, so you can abuse that, like, you know, the triangle that we like to call it. But other teams, they like playing Radiant because it just feels nice going that way. Sometimes Dota is just a lot about.
That's what Lacoste was telling me. He's like,
yeah,
he wants to be on the Radiant.
As lame as it is.
Looks right. It is. It looks normal, he says.
So
would you ever like Dota to go to the... Did you sometimes see with other MOBAs that,
oh, you're playing the Radiant vision.
like everybody
no
is
what.
playing the
Everybody's the
Radiant
bottom
style
left.
vision. Like the map can be slightly different, but everybody's playing the Radiant style like drop down vision.
I don't like that.
No?
No, I don't like that. I think that would change so much. Can you imagine playing Dire from the bottom left? I feel like that would be so disorienting. It would take so long to get used to.
It's fine.
You were right, by the way, Newbee. They do remove Enchantress and Bounty Hunter, and actually follow it up with the Shadow Fiend.
They didn't want to have to ban the Clockwork this time, so they take out the SF instead. But okay, we got something right. You know, they did make the adjustments. They did ban the two guys we were talking about. They still go for the tanking. They take Disruptor. Okay, good. There we go. That's more like it. But Empire does get Naga. Has been shown to be quite a beast of a hero. Not getting nerfed at all.
By the way, I think when Naga is in the pro scene, it makes games so much more fun to watch.
Yeah.
Because it's always like the setup. It's like, what's going to happen here? Especially when Roche fights.
It's the setup, but it's also the disengage. So it could work, it can work both ways, right?
And I mean, your laning presence too as Naga it's pretty strong.
Yeah.
Because that hero's gotten buffed a couple times. Like the strength gain got increased. Like this was a while back, a couple months ago. The hero has definitely gotten stronger.
Actually, on the disengage part, like her song radius is so small that sometimes you actually can't disengage, especially with the earlier level of songs.
Yeah.
So
they do. Newbee does have very good catch for this because you can glimpse targets even if you can glimpse the Naga if she's sleeping, trying to run away.
Exactly. You could outrange glimpse, outrange sleep with glimpse.
Yeah.
Radiant team.
Where do they want to combo?
AA?
Oh, okay. So
that is one of their most played supports recently.
Snare cold feet. Pretty nice.
Pushka does love playing that hero.
10 seconds.
What do you think of these two openings right now?
5
Who has a stronger one?
remaining.
I like Empire's opening a bit more.
Yeah.
Their heroes are a bit sturdier. They do a little bit, well, a lot more damage rather with the AA. And you can make the argument that Naga AA has better teamfight as well than Sand King Disruptor.
A little bit harder to land, but
Wonder if Empire's is in Newbee's head. The SVEN ban doesn't make a lot of sense to me, right? I mean, they lost to SVEN, but
I think
remaining.
Okay.
Winners.
Sure, but isn't Lifestealer like, I would rank Lifestealer higher than SVEN in that case? True.
Previous game they banned Lycan and Dragonite in this phase of the game. Perhaps it is also more like when we talked about before the series that they just don't have a lot of data to go off on. And now that they've played a game, it's
they
like
just ban the heroes.
They just ban the heroes they played against, and they know that they're good with.
Ten seconds remaining.
PL removed as well,
5
even if there's no Enchantress
remaining.
in the pool anymore. And even if the PL didn't work out at all for a Newbee previous game. Yeah. Yeah.
Did Monkey King get a big nerf at all? Haven't seen Monkey King at all lately.
We didn't see Monkey King yesterday either.
Dire team ban.
Enigma. We gotta get rid of this Enigma.
The team fight wombo combo potential.
Right? Yeah.
Very scary, of course.
10 seconds remaining.
I mean, speaking of team
5
fight,
seconds remaining.
the Tidehunter is still in the pool, and it's a hero that we've seen a lot earlier today. We've seen a lot banned as well. Newbee is obviously known for playing it. Why is he ignored in this series? Lumi.
Why is he not in the series?
Yeah.
I think he might be. I feel like right now it's a very good pick. Normally when you have TIE Hunter, there's two heroes he's very afraid of. He's afraid of Disruptor Static Storm because your Kraken doesn't do anything for that. Yeah. And same thing with for the Enigma Black Hole. Like you can't burst out of Kraken. Here I feel like he's very good. But you need to make sure that your Ravagers catches the Naga, which I think the TIE Hunter these days are often skipping Blink, right? They've been like, for example, Ice today, he went like Medallion, Mech, that kind of stuff. So I feel like if you go TIE, you need to go back to a little bit more the traditional TIE, the Blink Ravage, because you need to make sure you get the Naga, or else she presses her ult and then you disengage. Yeah.
Well, Newbee taking their time to think about what they want to go for next. They've got cores banned out, so that's all targeted towards Mugi.
Yeah, they're probably thinking what carry hero they want to play versus Naga, because Naga does make it a lot harder to play a lot of those carry heroes, because Ensnare is such a good ability through like those BKBs, through Rage, if you're a Lifestealer.
Yeah. They're taking their time.
Yeah, they are.
So many heroes, so many options.
Tinker's been left in the pool again. We didn't decide to take that one out.
Do you feel like without the track, is he as scary?
I don't think he's as scary. It is Nyx's most played in pubs though, like we were mentioning.
Yeah, but we're here to judge Nyx. Oh. We're here to evaluate him. We need to see him on different heroes as well.
Yeah, definitely.
One of Mugi's best.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
It is.
10 seconds remaining.
Catch.
5 seconds.
I also like the fact that
remaining.
You pick Weaver really early right here, not knowing what type of game it'll be, but Weaver has one of those ability to just build, right? If you want to go late, you could go like Lincolns and build tanky. If you want to fight early, Dragonlance, Diffusal Blade, that kind of stuff.
Yep. Need what? Empire. Also checking into that bonus time fairly heavily. They need some more lockdown. Now that they know they're up against a Weaver. But we're going to assume that they've already selected their two supports, right? This Naga Siren is a support position?
Yeah, I mean, technically you change, but...
Well, they go for a Void, which is a lot of the lockdown for that Weaver.
Yeah, and also sets up your AI spots very nicely. Yeah. Now, if you're trying to out-team fight them, it makes it really hard.
Instant answer OD.
Yeah, so we're having a nice escalation of counters.
Yeah.
Because the Void is a hard counter to Weaver. There's really no way you could play around it. There's no item you could get that could outplay the Chronosphere. And then the OD is like, okay, well, you chrono my Weaver, I will now Astral.
5 seconds remaining.
It used to be that the only way you could beat a Void in a fight is to get chronoed, die, and time lapse back into the fight and hope to try to win it. But that's just like...
I'm not sure if you should bank on dying. And,
well, I mean,
you know,
you don't just die for free, right? Because you eat the chrono, you eat a bunch of spells.
Sure.
You come back and you have BKB and you take the fight. But, you know, now you have the OD to back you up.
Is there any way that that Empire can like get another counter towards the OD to help out with that? Is Nyx Assassin counter towards the OD? Not specifically in the fight though. It's not really something that's going to help.
It's just good hero to have against OD. Yeah. Now, like, SCCC needs to be somewhat careful when he's farming with Astro.
Yeah.
Like sometimes Nyx just pops out a spike and you're just in a lot of trouble.
And that is an off-lane Nyx Assassin then?
I believe so.
Hello, I don't believe you are actually back.
Not back?
Oh, now you are.
10 seconds remaining.
Bog got OD banished for a bit.
Yep.
5 seconds remaining.
Yep. Oh, my favorite thing is where you see them Sakuchi, you blink on top of where you think it is and you spike. Oh, that's the best. Yeah.
But he does need the blink dagger for that.
True. Yeah.
No, you don't like offline Nyx, that's sad. He is apparently not... We lost Fog again, you guys, but don't worry, we'll get him fixed out, sorted out. But Fog was saying that he doesn't like Nyx Assassin as the offline. What do you think of offline Nyx Assassin, Lumi?
I think it's okay if you pair two pretty heavy farmer cores. Because one thing about offlane Nyx is that he roams off to gank a lot, so he might fall behind, especially if he's not itemizing for it, like getting a Midas.
Yeah.
Also, in the lane, he could get help from Naga. So I don't think it's that terrible. Like, for example, Weaver Disruptor, I don't think it's going to kill Nyx too often. But woo, there's a sniper. That is a counter to OD as well.
So we're going to expect a sniper mid lane against what he like an instant pick after that for Newbee.
So that's an off-lane Weaver. Or is that position for Weaver? There's no way, right? There's no way, right?
That could be, but we're gonna find out.
Yeah, it's position
like
for
it's
Navi.
Position for Weaver, indeed. Let's find out how the second game is going to play out. Is Newbee gonna drop to the lower bracket and Empire gets a clean 2-0 sweep? Or are we gonna see Newbee force out that third game? It is over to Capitalist and Blitz for game number 2.
That's right, game 2. What's going on, Blitz?
Not much.
4 position Weaver, huh?
4 position Weaver. That's what's down right now in China. It's come back. BP Spirit lives on. Or I guess Navi.
Referring to Lil.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, moving over to Navi. Is Newbee just not... I feel like Newbee's just not doing normal Newbee thing.
I mean, I think they were pretty happy about that last win. I think maybe a little bit of experimentation, but at the same time, like, they gotta get some credit to their opponents. Like, they got bodied last game.
Yeah. I mean, it just seems like, I don't know. They do have more team fight this time around, right? They've got a core Sand King. Gives them a lot of team fight. OD, last pick Lycan very good against the sniper here. So I can kind of see how it all works. It's just the Weaver was such a weird pickup.
Any case? Starting up, fam?
Start up.
Prepare for battle.
OD, Lycan, Sand King core. I really like the sniper last pick from Empire. Works really well with a Void, but it looks a whole lot worse if there's going to be a support Weaver on top of you with Lycan running you down.
They have ways to deal with it though. Like they have
Do they?
Yeah, they've got sleep. They have a lot of disengage. They've got sleep. They have chrono. If they get 4 stabs, they'll be okay too. And Sniper's quite good against a lot of these heroes. Like Disruptor, OD. OD notoriously does not like dealing with Sniper. Because as OD, you want to get on top of heroes, and Sniper oftentimes doesn't let you do that.
See, I was thinking the core Sand King is going to be a really big issue. Early Blink Dagger, Epicenter Brewer Strike, almost kill Sniper straight up.
I mean, you're not wrong. It kind of works on like all
30
levels.
seconds to battle.
So Empire, this is going to be, can I describe it as a higher execution lineup?
For Empire? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Void is... I hope Owen's hearing this right now, because I told him the other day, like, I didn't want him to play Void in pubs. But it's just because I didn't want him to play Void in pubs. But I'm okay with the vast majority of people playing Void. Like, the downside...
Did he pick Void?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, yeah, you were asleep.
Owen is a very willful boy.
Yeah, you're not stopping OD Pixel from doing what he wants. The downside of the hero is, like, it's slow. Like, Chrono is, like, a very... Fundamentally, such a good spell, right?
Yeah.
You stop literal time.
That is pretty impressive.
But the downside of it is that the cooldown is huge, and everyone has to stick together. You only get to pop it very so often.
One every 2 minutes, pretty much.
Yeah, it doesn't feel very good. Because if you whip that spell for whatever reason, you're one position. You're not some Tide Hunter that doesn't care that he whipped Ravage.
Yeah.
You're a Void that wants to die because he missed Chrono.
And in this situation, he could just easily have his Chronosphere say he's got one target in mind, and it's not the OD. OD can always just imprison whatever ally, or even the Void himself, getting targeted. So it's not going to be the easiest. There's a little bit of counterplay that Newbee are going to be able to connect here. But they've got really good synergy. They've got the sleep in Chronosphere into Ancient Apparition. Ice Blast with the Sniper going pew, 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 pew. A nice wombo combo that could look real sexy in the time to come. In the meanwhile, we are going to have our dual lane match up against each other. The Weaver support is going to be helping out SCC's OD. He's trying to poke at that Sniper over and over again. Yoku is babysitting him on the Naga Siren.
Dude, this Weaver is not having a great time doing this. Yoku's hero has a lot of armor. And GHOSTIK at bottom. Like GHOSTIK for me was the MVP. Last game, he just ran in, didn't ever take damage, took some towers, opened up the map for his team.
I mean, he just won his lane so quickly.
Yeah.
And was able to get the really fast hood, then kind of became unstoppable from there.
For a while, when I first started playing pubs, I thought he was Funnick. And I was like, why would this guy name himself GHOSTIK? Because it, you know, it ends.
Thought it was some weird.
Yeah. That's fun though. KP's not going to be able to get the last hit off either.
So force the Ancient Apparition out of lane. Void's definitely going to suffer, right? Sand King versus the Void. Caustic finale, the waves. KP dragging the creep wave all the way over.
He got Sandstorm. This is like the new meta nowadays. I saw Mind Control do it too at Genting.
Okay.
Because most of the time you won't show up in the lane with the sentry.
Sure.
And it's really annoying as a mid player to get your taken as.
3 heroes mid, they've already got the swarm onto Yoku, and FN are going to have to give up on that attempted kill on Fade.
Yoku's not dying. Oh, that's cool. You see like the Raider on the ground. My computer's not good enough to see that. There was a giant circle on the ground that shows you first landing. The mid lane, they're going to make another attempt at this.
The shrapnel going down. Fade dropping very low. Yoku almost gets that last hit in, but SCCC barely managed to get the bandage out. Fade he ran a little bit back into it. First blood picked up for FN on the sniper.
Very nice.
Going on top lane, looks like kind of running a KP safety. Don't see how they could possibly kill him without some real lucky bashes.
But at the same time, very nice first blood for Empire as they are off to a hot start. They gave the kill to the right player too.
Probably the most important hero. Sniper needs a good start.
FX been such a beast for a really long time. He was, when Arteezy was trying to get back into playing 1v1, playing mid, remember on Secret when him and Envy swapped or whatever, he was the person that practiced with the most. And pretty much everyone has this guy.
KP is dropping.
You are getting
needs a World Strike out of this one, gets a little bit of distance. Mapochka still spots him, got him. Gets the last hit. What's happening with KP?
That is not the KP that we're used to seeing. So this is not the Newbee that we're used to seeing. Or maybe Empire is just playing at a pace that they're not quite used to.
This is twice now that KP has died in lane, and he's usually been such a rock for Newbee. Kaka almost getting caught there.
Yeah, would have died if he got netted.
Dangerous. Can still catch him, but the haste rune, Mapochka can't really do anything about it.
Doesn't lose his clarity though. This level 2 Weaver is just not having the impact that we expected. And at bottom, GHOSTIK's already level 4. He himself has had a very nice time with that double mango build, 8 HP regen a second. We will round up for you, my friend. So far, so good. And the reason, of course, we talk about this so much is because Newbee is the overwhelming favorite in this. I don't even see that one Empire guy pull that thought,
Mapochka is going to end up going down here with a swarm on top of him. Tough to deal with.
There's that one Empire fan that's going to say, like, Empire's actually...
People have been sleeping on CIS Dota for a while, and I already saw that.
Yeah. Come on. Like, Empire...
Empire is the 3rd best team in CIS, behind Na'Vi and definitely behind VP. So nobody's really expecting them to take one of the world leaders of Dota right now.
Yeah. Guys that just won over Team Liquid 3-2, so they're coming in very hot, but at the same time, Empire, like, they don't seem afraid at all. They're playing very aggressively in all these games. There's only a 2-1 lead in this game, so keep it chill. Yeah. Nothing too serious happening.
Nyx Assassin chased way down, but honestly, he may not have the CS. He's only 9-3 right now, but he doesn't need the CS. The most important thing, as you kind of already alluded to, is the fact he's getting levels. We're going to have more creeps pushing into him. Just got to pick up that level 6. He is online. And I honestly hate Nyx core splits. I think it's so bad. But this is the one game where I saw OD, I saw Weaver, and I was like, maybe it's an okay Nyx game, right? Because you can bend dead on top of Weaver, pop the spike carapace. He can't really get away. Really good versus OD, such a high intelligence hero.
They're trying to zone GHOSTIK out of this, but he already mana burn Fade. He's not afraid.
Yeah.
So now he's going to come down to help out.
pull the creeps off the tower. They do have the Lycan shapeshift that's going to be used here. Yoko's going to try and buy himself some time with the illusions, but they already showed the real one. He's now going to have to ensnare. There goes the stun as well. Nyx is here. He does have Chronosphere. He's going to throw it down. They do not have a whole lot of damage to get off of this one. Fortunately, the tier 2 is banging on Moogie right now. If they can get a couple mashes, maybe. Underneath the tower shots. Maybe it's got to be enough. Oh, got a Moogie. No! The Lycan Impulse regen is just far too much. Meanwhile, FN actually did die in the mid lane. Looks like OD managed to pick up that kill.
All right, I forgot that he heals with the tango for 30 a second. That was absurd. 30, 27.8. That's unbelievable. Still felt very optimistic of a chrono.
Yeah.
Like, Moogie did not try to de-aggro at any point in that. He's just like, run along. High amount of armor on that hero too.
Maybe he just had a lot of faith in his bashes.
Yeah. Like in the hero that says wolves need no armor?
Probably, yeah. Imagine another hero that would. 2-2, slight lead right now for Newbee. Thanks to Newbee living through that last engagement. KP got a little free farm time. He's about to pick up his level. Really could use the blink dagger. They're trying to go to Nyx here, see if they can get the imprisonment last second. He's going to have to jump somewhere else and actually drop the bomb on him, and that is going to be enough. Really well played by SCCC. Great read on exactly the amount of damage needed to be able to bring down that void.
SCCC OD feels so scary. Every game this guy just dominates that hero.
Mid lane, pull back here on FN. Base fully committed though. The TP's coming out from Empire. Newbee certainly going to lose this engagement. Unable to kill the sniper a second time, and in fact losing the disruptor.
Yeah, they're going to need the Nyx assassin to come online if they're going to do anything. And even with that death, by the way, FN still top of the game in network. That'll change though once this Lycan farms up these ancients.
How is he doing so well with the death?
I mean, he picked up some kills. Get relative free farm.
KP pulling earlier. The assassinate proc is going to come in. They managed to catch KP a little bit more. GHOSTIK slowed down a bit. Just needs the right click or to be able to land the impale here. They may have to go for the impale. KP kind of peeking through the trees. Going to go for the burst strike out. Ah! Lost his mana.
Very well done by GHOSTIK. At the same time, sleep. Do they have it yet?
They're going to try and help him as he goes for this push and go for the kill on FN. Surprised with the Centaur. Managed to get the stun already. FN is certainly dead. Maboshka, nope. Right back to the tier 2.
They need sleep if they're going to protect him.
Unfortunately, our Naga Siren just isn't level 6 yet.
Every time they want to pop FN, they can.
They're going to try and protect their tower, though. They're going to bring all their heroes out.
They should. This is such an important tower. They're going to make the move onto this OD, but GHOSTIK is out of mana. Should be careful here. He's starting to get low.
Spy Carapace does a good amount. They don't have the OD ultimate, but they can just right-click him to death with a good glimpse. It is going to cost our disruptors. Life Phase is going to end up going down. Nyx a little bit too late to be able to TP in here, unable to catch any of the enemy cores of Newbee. So a fair trade-off, especially, again, going back to KP. He is still pushing out this top lane, as we see Kaka kind of doing the same here with his support Weavers. So they are getting a lot of pressure on these side lanes in a one-for-one trade-off at mid.
They don't have enough lockdown to get close to these sides, and their heroes don't play fast enough. Like, if you're one position void, you don't really want to use Chrono right there just to kill a Weaver. Yeah. Not that he could anyways, I think. I don't know if he does enough damage. And KP is in the school of old 11. Or young, I can't remember if he's young or old anymore.
Back to old
11.
11. The guy who broke it.
The way that he plays offlane though is so brilliant.
It is very cool to watch. He is super aggro at times.
Yeah. He just runs at you. Creates so much space for his team. And that's what you gotta do on certain heroes. And in mid lane, net up.
No damage. They don't have item lows, but Jesus, he is actually taking so much damage for all the right clicks coming out. How What is the levels on Ancient Apparition? Did he go a high amount of...
Yeah, he went 3 and feet.
Yeah, 3 and feet. Oh, SCCC not going to be caught by that Ice Blast. GHOSTIK is still going to try and go for this kill despite KP going here. He managed to get the double by Carapace with the double stun as well. The Riptide on top of the cliff. SVEN is destroying both of them. And Kaka can do nothing to stop. Are they going to fight this? No, they're going to TP out, make sure SVEN lives. A little bit scared of the Weaver. Understandably. GHOSTIK with a huge win there.
That was boss.
That was such a good spike. Carapace gets it on the Burrow Strike as well as the Imprisonment comeback.
They're just playing very well right now. Mugi did not expect to die there, as evidenced by the fact that we were all surprised that he died as well as Mugi. Mugi was like, I'll be fine. Like, SCCC can always Astral me. Then it just never came, and Shrapnel plus Cold Feet.
He got some real headshot procs too. It slowed down Mugi quite a bit.
Yeah, I figured no matter what, they would be able to save him.
5 to 8. Newbee still holding a gold lead here, but very minimal one.
On the back of their tower that they've taken, of course.
Yeah, with all their side lanes constantly pushing in. So Empire, they definitely needed that win in the mid lane because they've just been getting split pushed far too much.
Still, we've seen what this OD can do, even from a deficit. Just cast at the grand finals.
Newbee are pretty grouped up here. 4-man in mid. Empire is trying to wrap through the jungle area, see if they can catch somebody here. They got spotted. Be able to start a lot of this out. They're actually going to drop a ward. Get it going back on this
He does drop the ult.
He's still trying to fight this one. Kaka did have his ultimate. Spike Carapace actually didn't hit in time. Kaka already got the damage on GHOSTIK before that one. Should be able to get away.
Even going to earn himself.
Man, he's got a lot of fun. All the time inside that. I mean, I guess when you don't have to get boots, it's much faster earned medallion still.
They're making their play on bottom though. Bottom?
He's certainly on. Roy's going to have to jump himself away a little bit farther. Gets the glimpse back though. Locks down the Static Storm. Nothing really being gained for Empire in the meanwhile. Man, Kaka's support, poor Weaver, he is... It's kind of cool how aggressive he goes.
He's playing it like a bounty hunter.
Yeah, except for his bounty hunter just will die all the time. This guy with Shikuchi gets away so fast.
They want this fight. They're going to run into SCCC to fight it.
So quickly with the sun already out with Cold Feet, Ice Blast, they blow him up now. But Moska is going to be in trouble. Weaver comes in from behind, trying to finish him off. Stunned up a little bit longer. The Lycan is here as well. Yoku may just have to be able to stop this one with sleep. They actually send back the Void, and Yoku is going to be forced into sleep.
Also trying to. They want to see if they can get something out of this. As Mugi, his ulti is over, but they will just completely disengage. Everything is fine.
Banana Field blocking out any pursuit from Empire.
Another kill onto the OD though, and that was a big one. SCCC trying to make his way upwards. Did not expect everyone from Empire to be hiding in the trees right there. Still, they were able to grab the mid tower. Very nicely done.
We've seen no real successful Chronos so far, and that could have been one if they had actually set up for the sleep and he didn't get glimpsed back.
That's the downside of Void, is you're so Chrono dependent to fight. A lot of these other heroes, and Lycan, he's still going to be effective because he can push. And when he does pop his ult, you know there's a kill happening.
And it's not like time dilation is effective versus the Lycan either when he pops his ultimate, so there's a lot of things about this Void that will not be too strong. Against Newbee's lineup, we're already seeing struggles. Ice Blast, checking out the Roche Pit, making sure that Newbee aren't going to sneak that one with a Weaver and a Lycan. You could see how that physical damage and minus armor could add up pretty easily. FN, they're trying to catch him. Blink forward, KP. Hoping to be able to spot FN into a glimpse back, but they are really forcing that play hard. Didn't get punished for it though.
It's hard. The punish play is the Void. Yeah. The Void is a bottom lane right now.
Hard to have your catch punish also being your primary carry and farmer, split pushing all these waves all the time.
SCCC pinging around. He's afraid of the Nyx. like at all times you can see.
Yeah.
He always spams like Nick's missing. He wants sentries everywhere right now. He understands that if he gets jumped on with the AI splash, he's his own save. But Newbee are going to grab a free Trinket tower up the top, furthering their map control. They've taken the mid one too, so they can sit on top of this hill with no reprisal as they get them back.
Blitz on FN with the command field static from. They're going to throw everything they have at this sniper, but it doesn't look like it's going to be enough. The support's just dumping a little bit too far ahead of their cores.
Should have definitely been a kill.
They either needed to have the Weaver there a little bit sooner, or they needed to wait for one of their cores to be able to get there.
You can see though that there's some trepidation. Like the cores don't want to immediately go in. SCCC doesn't know where the Nyx or the Void is, so he doesn't immediately want to take that fight. And Glimpse has already been used, so there's no save play.
He's trying to get a blink dagger. That'll make things a lot easier for him to sit farther back and still be able to jump forward when the time is right. But a smoke play here from Empire. GHOSTIK leading the way with his Vendetta.
They could find the Lycan.
Would be a huge kill. Lycan is going to be spotted here. They need to be able to get some nice chain stuff. They're going to have to throw down that ultimate, but it looks like they've got him. Too much burst damage coming too quickly. Newbee's going to pull back here with the epicenter, but there goes the Chronosphere, stopping that epicenter entirely. Maybe forced out an ultimate, but as long as Empire get out of here, it'd be a fair trade-off. Naga Siren for a Lycan. Well worth it for Empire. Yep, they will be able to get away. No catch here from Newbee.
We further see kind of like the downsides though. A Void core.
Yeah.
It's like it wasn't really the Void that was the reason they got that kill, right? No. They were able to disengage, but still awkward. Because if you pop that Chrono and you haven't already dealt the damage, you just have to run. It's like a defensive Chrono at that point. And now there's this long period of time where Empire can't take a fight, and Newbee should be aware of this. Try to take objectives.
They gonna go for Roshan here?
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, they don't have Shapeshift at the same.
Downside though is Sleep. Sleep is always the counter to Roshan teams.
And Ice Blast.
Yeah.
It is rough to take Roche. Still gonna try it though. Or at least thinking about it.
I think Chrono is like the best spell right now. And if you scout out far enough, then you'll be okay. Which is what Kanta's doing right here.
Yeah. Very smart. Just shove away Maposhka and even get the pick off on him.
This will secure it. That's really cool how they're using the Weaver to combo. The bugs always give you the vision so they can get the drag back.
Yep. Empire's still going to go for the contest. Maybe they're wrapping around. They are going to be able to catch Kaka. He's forced to use his ultimate. Big downside of this Naga Siren support. And Roche will end up falling. Empire just having too many heroes in their way. In fact, they may have just got GHOSTIK here. Managed to get a good spike carapace. Covered up by the Shrapnel as well. But now SCCC is here. Split forward. Here comes Spooky as well. Lost inside the kinetic field. GHOSTIK feel the wrath of the wolf. Looking to be able to track down more though. TP out from SVEN. He should be good. Yoku's in a little bit of trouble here, and they've actually spotted the Void. He does have a TP though. Blitz. And Static Storm. It's actually back up, so they're going to be able to kill him. The sleep goes down. The TP out. Completed. It is. Nyx managed to get away. Good save there from Yoku. Sticking around for his carry.
Very nicely done. But I don't want to harp on it too much. But we still haven't felt like this impact. As in most games so far, it's when the one position hasn't been able to contribute to these engagements.
Yep.
That it feels like the team is behind. And right now, you have all of this net worth built on this Void, 8,700. And the question is, like, when are you going to feel the impact of that hero? You definitely feel the impact of this Lycan right now. When he just runs at you with the Necro 3, everyone's on full retreat mode.
He's taking towers, taking Roshan. He's got a couple kills as well. And he's a great frontliner for this OD. They have a lot of great frontliners for this OD. The Sand King, the Weaver support being so far out there. Usually attracting a lot of attention. Just kind of take over the Dire offlane jungle. Push for one of the last remaining outer towers, bottom tier 2. Surely it won't be too long until we see them go for tier 2 mid as well. Newbee, what an interesting wrap here. While it's nighttime, they're going to sneak between the tier 2 and tier 3 mid, head into the jungle here. They are going to catch one. It's going to be GHOSTIK, brought back by the Ghost. No way he can make it. KP throwing down the epicenter, maybe expecting that more of Empire would contest for that one, but meanwhile, they were actually already keeping bottom lane and killing the Lycan. They managed to get a Chronosphere on him with Sniper outside, making it a nice duo.
Boogie does not feel like he's on the same page as his team today. If you're going to go for that play and show, you have to immediately run.
As soon as they jump, GHOSTIK, right?
Even before, like as soon as the glimpse goes, you got to get out of there, but there's that bait play where you can make the enemy team assume, but that is like the next level to continue to stay there.
Yeah. So it's very finicky timing. He sticks around long enough to make the team think, oh, there's 4 people behind a Lycan while they're sneaking into the jungle, but not enough to overextend yourself.
There's no Chrono now, though.
And as a result, Newbee are kind of pushing into this tier 2 without their Lycan, without their Disruptor too. Curious. They can be caught. Has 3 gears. Goes to identify the side flash coming in. Blows up Kaka. No, he actually managed to get off the time mark. Still stunned up by the Spike Carapace. Kaka managed to get himself away. A hit from Nyx brings him down. That was not nearly the fight that I was hoping for Empire there, being over catch 3, and they're still going to run to the 4, and they've already caught the Void. Managed to get the static storm out. The sleep goes down, though, in time. Nyx is able to get himself away. Undoes a lot of that damage, but they don't really have to get the whole scatter down. Both managed to get off one, but so much is coming out from them. The Polska plus SVEN with the lightning cross going out from that Maelstrom. They're now forcing off the Lycan. A ton comes down from KP. SCCC already coming back, focusing now on SVEN with the help of the Necronomicon. They'll be able to bring him down. See if he can take all these supports with him. He's going to come back. KP has a burrow strike in a second here. Can he save his ally? He's going to be able to get a core on his enemy. He managed to get one. Force that a little farther away. GHOSTIK trying to go for it. Out of mana, though. Another imprisonment save. KP will have another burrow strike. It looks like Yoku and GHOSTIK have to give up on that core kill and going to be chased away by the Sand King. SCC stands his ground on life number 2 and wins against Team Empire.
Very close fight, though. Empire made that very scrappy.
What was that damage, man? He only hit 1 with the impale, but then it felt like
a gift from the Tempest.
They just unloaded on the OD on that first life.
That Nyx got 4 mana burns off. That is a large amount of mana burns. GHOSTIK, and his score might not reflect it, but he had a very nice game when it comes to this DPS and his positioning. If he gets a triple impale there, I think the fight's a little bit easier.
Sure.
But very nice to save the rest of his team.
Yoku, he's done great. Positioning-wise, we were really praising his off lane. We're talking about how he wanted to play core. Now in the support position, both Game 1 and his Bounty Hunter played really good at being able to scout out Newbee. Here, Yoku, being the saving grace this time around, has to play a little bit more passive, and is doing so beautifully.
Yeah. Now is where the Void starts to become a lot more useful. So there's this period where he felt very weak, but once he starts to collect these items and you get more and more closer to this like 6-slot Void, then you become very strong because you're the anti-core at this point.
Yeah.
The point where you have this like new Battle Fury build, like in the past, Void felt a lot faster because you went this Diffusal Manta, very cheap, damage-efficient build, where you get like Vlad's Diffusal Manta, stuff like that. But nowadays, people are getting this Battle Fury, which doesn't give you attack speed. It allows you to farm, but your teamfight is very mediocre as a result. But once you start to pick up those items as a result of the Battle Fury, that's when we begin to see the strength of the hero again.
Yeah. The BKB is certainly going to help him out, right? He drops Chronosphere, he doesn't have to worry about being the one being imprisoned. Can't really be bursted down by Newbee as easily. In fact, they only have 1 big stun. That's going to be Burrow Strike. The rest of it is other types of control, like the imprisonment and the static storm.
They want to kill this OD more than anything. That's where all the damage is coming from. They don't have enough control for this guy either. It feels like they can always deal with the Lycan, because they've got Net. Net is excellent.
Yeah.
Which is why Moogie's not going for BKB. I think he's learned from Matema Man. Remember that game where he was Lifestealer? Every time Matema Man would pop Rage, they would just sleep plus net him, walk him down 1v5. This game, it feels like he doesn't. You don't want to be in the situation where you're the only one popping BKB and the rest of your team.
It's all invulnerable. The enemy team just focuses the 1 BKB hero, right?
At the same time, it feels like this OD needs one because of the mana burn.
Yeah. It is quite the conundrum here for Newbee. Empire's looking good, though. Still technically down in net worth. Newbee are up a little bit, but most of that is because of powers, right? They're barely up by over 1K.
They still
have like 4 more towers than Empire.
They've got almost all their tier 1s. They got 2 tier 1s out of 3.
Yeah. And those are 6 towers.
Yeah, 4 new. 6-2.
Kill score is even though, 15 to 15. But Void and Sniper, both pretty far up there right now.
Anti-like and Dota's wild.
So gets rid of time dilation, net, cold feet. There's a lot of things he gets rid of here.
A golden thread.
What a weird,
Invisibility.
Why with that as what's another? I guess there's nothing really that you would go to get out of Ensnare.
Yeah.
Huh. Nice. That was perfect timing there from GHOSTIK. The FBI flash right before the time walk. Oh no, he got it up again. Fortunately, they're still going to be able to get him. They managed to get a stun out.
The timing on that stun, right as he started his Ghost Walk, or Ishikuchi.
So a 16th kill now for Empire. Still struggling to get kills and translate that into objectives, but they still have damn good late game, as you were talking about with this Void. Getting scarier and scarier every minute.
Ags though picked up on Weaver.
I like that.
He really needs that. It's going to be the chrono counter.
How's the range?
It's okay.
I was just thinking, like, is it possible that maybe he can't reach somebody in Chronosphere?
Nah, he'll be alright. They know KP's up there.
KP's just playing the split push game. Empire struggle to be able to push out waves, hit towers. KP's taking full advantage of that right now. I think that smoke thing you're talking about with Shrapnel, I think that's... I don't think that was your computer. But
yeah, the ring that shows like very clearly where Shrapnel's being played out.
I like that too, because Shrapnel was really annoying to see.
Awesome.
Time walk range, that'll really help close the distance now that he's level 20. Be able to get to that back line. Catch the OD. Bunch of it. We are going to make their way into the jungle here. Looks like they're going to be heading into the Ancient Apparition, but they back away. A little bit scared.
Newbee's really afraid right now, taking a bad fight. They want to wait on the BKB from OD, but I don't even know if that's like the game winner for you. As GHOSTIK, he sees SCCC right now. He wants her to wait for him.
This could be big.
He needs another teammate to get closer.
Unfortunately, him. Yeah, he couldn't go faster, right? Because his team is a little bit too far away, so.
Yeah, even if you Ice Blast him there, he won't die.
Yeah. Since you haven't taken any towers, that would be pretty rapid response from Newbee.
This would be the sickest Roche attempt ever if they actually got it off.
That would be pretty crazy.
Like that would... Newbee really needs this one. They're gonna scan him
They got a
successfully.
successful scan on that. Oh dear.
They need Lycan to come back right now.
Certainly do. Lycan already TPing onto the shrine. KP's dealing with the illusions right now. GHOSTIK is spotting a lot of these heroes on high ground. Blink in front. KP redeeming a lot of these heroes trapped in by the snare. Does have a Cyclone. See if he can Bro Strike out. Locked in by the Intress. But a Weaver save actually. KP, he can still get out. He Bro Strike out of the pit now. The hero's stuck. On one spot, KP underneath it could advantage the field static one. They're turning and fighting. Mookie is going straight for GHOSTIK, and FN doesn't really have a choice. He has to run himself away. With the help of Nix, but he's going to be pulled right back into the woods. KP instantly.
Oh, he's not in range.
He just drops the bomb. Yoku was not close enough with the sleep to be able to save him, and this time it's Newbee. We're going to go straight into the Roshan pit. Thank you very much. That's a 2k HP Roshan, which we will gladly take.
Saved
What
by the Weaver Ags. And that saves the fight for them. Unbelievable. And they really needed more spells to be dropped there.
Be averted.
Once the glimpse came on, Yoku is so far away, there's absolutely nothing he could do for him.
So it goes from the sickest Roshan attempt to the worst.
Oh,
Empire, real quick.
Once they, the thing is, they threw the bugs in there, so they didn't know. And Empire was, oh, that's just checking. And then Newbee had the game sense to immediately throw down the ping at the same time. And that's what catches them.
Oh, they are going to be able to get the Void. Nice catch. Okay, never mind. Wasn't quite enough. They didn't have the burst damage. GHOSTIK is trying to catch these heroes Newbee dove in real deep, and as a result, are going to be losing out on the Dexes here. Nice double stun. SVEN on the high ground. They're going to lay down the Chronosphere. He easily goes to the OT, ignores the other ones, but he's been cycloned up, dodges the Burrow Strike, but he's got no real damage out of that one. Now Life has popped his ultimate, going for the backlines on Yoku. Disruptor drops his ultimate with BKB pop by Boy. He's going to go for Kaka instead. Tries to get a badge, unable to. Obi's going to pop back out. They're going to try and get a stun onto him. GHOSTIK was unable to get off the carapace there because of KP. He interrupts it just in time, getting the Burrow Strike off, allowing OD be able to get himself away. Nyx, slowing down the time dilation. They turn, trying to burst him real quickly. Nyx is running low. He doesn't have the mana to be able to jump himself away. He's dead. Newbee turned it fast, and now with the core void down for 75 seconds, they can go again. They can go high ground again, and Empire are going to be left with only the sniper to be able to defend.
He still has the Aegis available, feels very strong at this point, and it felt like Nyx was a little bit out of sorts with his team, because his team was hitting the 2 heroes that got caught by the Nyx stun. Whereas the Void opted to go for SCCC.
It seemed like such an unnecessary. Comes in from KP here, backline BKB. Pop by SCC as Kaka saves KP once again. With the time lapse, they're going to have to back themselves away. They'll go from Empire. So far, it's just a lot of wasted ammunition, but Moogie is going for this top lane. He's only taking that tier 3 now as they address him. Epicenter is going to be caught by KP, controlled up by GHOSTIK. He's going to be able to get the follow-up stun executed by the assassinate from SVEN, but still objectives are beginning to fall. Moogie's focusing on the melee racks right now with Wolf. Meanwhile, this OD was hitting on the tier 3. He's now going to join the fight, winging himself up the top lane. Gets a bunch of attention stolen on Yoku. 1, 2, 3, not going to be enough. Pull back with Lens. They're going to be able to catch GHOSTIK instead. He gets on the spike carapace, but his doom is ensured. They keep on going for objectives. They keep on pressing. They are going to have that Ben opening up in a second, but Scorchia is already dead. They need to be able to get this Void here. He's got the Chronosphere as well. Can they catch the OD? He's going to go for the blink out, stop at the shrapnel, unable to get himself away. That's going to be light number 1. Where is this Void? What is he going to be doing here in this fight? Tries to go forward, go for the Chronosphere, gets OD, and then pops that Mask Command and try to focus him down as quick as they can. They need to be able to get back down. The blast goes off once again, and SCC at half HP can turn and fight. Nyx's Chronosphere is rendered useless by the support Weaver, and now another lane of racks is rapidly falling. Moog is trying to get that one. Nyx keeps on going for the ensnare, maybe get a good match. In first, and it comes out. SCC pops the BKB, trying to run himself away from Nyx, but he wants Moogie. He needs that kill so badly. Man to pop, but doesn't have the moving speed to be able to get himself away, so it's only going to be SCC who manages to get himself out of that fight, but what a huge win. As they take 2 lanes of racks, and they're now up by 11,000.
Unbelievable fight, team fighting from Newbee. The amount of times that Weaver Axe has been useful this game, well worth the cost at this point. Saves KP twice, once at the Roach fight to secure that one, and the high ground attempt saves him. Completely nullifies the Faceless Void ult.
And we're beginning to see what we were kind of hyping out about Newbee was their team fight and how well they execute that with Kaka on the support Weaver with the Admin Scepter, seemingly trumping every bit of plays from Empire time after time to allow KP to be able to jump in with the Burrow Strike so often. It counters the Chronosphere. Not sure if Empire may just have to find a way to deal with it. They try to catch him there, goes to the greedy though. Tried to go for the hit into the stun, misses the stun as a result.
Assassinated right now.
Assassinate with the Urge. Oh, he time locked himself back out, but the ensnare is there. KP forced that a little bit farther away. They also have the imprisonment ready to go. So they're going to save the Weaver for now. Static Storm. They do get Nyx far enough back with the sleep going down. SCC with his BKB is still going to keep on pushing forward. Axis drops the hammer there on 3. Tanking all of their mana. Ghost is completely out. He's already dead with KP catching 2 as well. Goes to the back line, but Posta dropping lower. Looks like he's going to be dying. As the Caustic Finale is going to be able to finish him off, but Yoku, he's going to be able to escape off the TP away. Barely. SCC tried to catch him still. Really matter. There's 2 down. Empire going to try and hold their last lane of racks with only 3 members alive.
Yeah, Newbee pushing forward at this point. Understand that even with the Chrono available, if they've got the Weaver Axe and Kaka doesn't get caught out, they are always going to be able to get the save. They smoke for this just to get there a little bit sooner. 2 heroes dead on the side of Empire.
So Obi on one side, Weaver on the other, as long as you don't catch them both. Tier 3 already dead.
And you're seeing, that's the problem with this Void, is it feels like so many things counter him. And he's so ult dependent, and when there's multiple ways to counter that ult, it feels even worse at this point. And now you've got a Disruptor Axe at the same time. So double Ags on the supports. And they're very useful this game. It's not often that you see a Weaver Ags have this much value in it, but this game paid off quite a bit as now Newbee take a 12k gold lead, reminding us all why they are such a good team in the first place.
It was kind of crazy how much space they gave to Kaka.
Yeah.
Right, when he picked up that Urban Medallion, I remember him just like pushing out bottom lane while KP was pushing out top.
Items flooding in. Mugi finishes that AC. This Weaver has tremendous amounts of farm. Solar Crest, very good item against all of Empire's heroes, although I think MKD was just picked up by the sniper. There's no way that the Faceless Void has one.
So even if they do get the Chronosphere, we're still going to have issues. All this upgrade in armor for Newbee here. They cannot afford to be initiated on either, right? If we get KP jump in with a Burst Strike, there's going to be Faith following him right up with that Static Storm. GHOSTIK trying to stay on the front lines here, scouting things out as best he can. They're going to start pushing forward here. Like it's going to pop his Shapeshift and start going for the buildings at bottom lane. GHOSTIK completely whiffs on there, gets the force down back to his base, but is going to get glimpsed right back into the Static Storm. And now the focus of KP, meanwhile, of course, is just going to go for the base. Lycan's trying to take it out right now. They need to move the Nagasar. No, he will stop this one. The backs, it's at no HP whatsoever. It's just getting taken out by the Necronomicon. The top blip one more time, maybe. The Wolf stays alive. No, it ends up falling anyway. The Chronosphere blocking out two, but they've got no damage really behind it. They're trying to focus on a Disruptor right now. Can't even kill him thanks to the Solar Crest right now. Looks like KP on the back line is going to be caught. He tries to go in Burrow Strike. But at the end of the day, Newbee are still full up with Mega Creeps on their side and good control of Empire's base.
And another save from Kaka on the Faith. Doesn't feel like this Chrono is giving them any value anymore. A lot of these ults just being used defensively at this point as SCCC pushes forward. Does not fear anything. GHOSTIK does jump on top of him. Where's the damage though? Kaka starting to get a little bit low. The glimpse back.
That bash just in time. SCCC turns it right though with his Shiva. Drops the ball. Oh, that's going to be a Nyx Assassin. No mana whatsoever. The block of time back for this. Run away. Kaka wants to finish out the game. It's a dieback for him. Newbee, slow your roll there, boys. You may have got Mega Creep. The game's not over just yet. It's going to be popped here. They need big time back. Oh, that's not the imprisonment. Oh no, SCC, what did you just do? He's now going to be stuck inside the base. He's going to go ahead and kill him. He's going to kill everyone. No, he's just going to take the whole entire team.
Remember this guy's name.
SCCC going to be chased by SVEN and Nyx here. He's time dilated right now, so slow down a little bit more poking action, but he's going to pop his BKB. Should be able to blink out whenever he wants. Another buyback used by Empire, and they are going to be calling it. So they're not going to try and hold like Manesti did in Game 2. I don't think it's a wise choice. I don't see how they would be able to do this.
Concentration. That one, of course, they had Newbee themselves and very good heroes to support that.
5 seconds remaining.
I think Empire catching Newbee off guard is probably the biggest thing for me.
Let's see if they can do that. They look like they have first pick this series.
Yep.
Means that last pick goes the way of Newbee again. So far, I mean, this series, both games, the last pick has won the game. So hopefully for Empire, that's not a factor that decides who wins. We have another ban from Bounty Hunter. In case people missed it, in game 1, Bounty Hunter and Enchantress were played very successfully, and Bounty Hunter probably the key factor there, also with the Tinker. I think it's if Newbee. Okay, I don't think the lanes. Like for Newbee, I think they just need to not get crushed in the lanes, because I think we were saying this before too. It's like there's so much. They're more of an experienced team. Yeah. Their mid-game decision making and late-game decision is going to be better than Empire. So I think that's the way that they want to take it. Have these good team-fighting heroes that they can actually just be able to have success in that mid-game. And set a tempo high again. And
they do take out the disruptor. Yeah. That's what we were saying for Empire. I think that's a really good decision.
We have seen a lot of Banes in the first phases, first picks. Previous game actually did get ignored, but normally that doesn't happen. We'll see if Newbee let it go through again. Yeah, they pick up the Shadow Fiend again.
Yeah, they take it out again.
Take it out.
So now they have to take Naga.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Right?
Yeah, they picked Naga previous game with this Naga into Deparation combo.
I mean, do you have to take Naga?
Do they want to give Newbee the Naga after what they saw, right?
They would take the Naga because, for example, the first game they didn't ban out the Naga, so yeah, I guess they do take it.
Right? It's just like, do you want to give Newbee what they just won the tournament with? Right? Yeah. It's like,
no, not really.
Your hand is kind of forced.
Well, let's see if Newbee sticks to their opening as well. Previous game that was the Sand King Disruptor. Disruptor out of the pool. But they can still go for the Sand King, of course, if they wanted to.
Sand King +1 or Earth Spirit +1.
5 seconds
remaining. Something I would like. Razor was ignored, or Razor was banned in the last game?
Last game, Razor was ignored.
Razor was ignored.
And it's a Dazzle.
Dazzle. Whoa, Dazzle, huh?
Talk to me about Dazzle.
Not the biggest fan of the hero. It makes me have more of like a little bit more passive play style. Yeah. You're this 5 support that doesn't contribute too much to team fight. You're just like this heal, this Grave and Weave. Weave is okay.
You're probably always going to be able to do something to help your teammates if they're caught in a song or something. Like you have sometimes heal, because you should never be caught in a song. Because you're never going to be in the front lines. Unless, you know, there's going to be a Blink Dagger with an Akasara to song the
it's a very similar kind of play style for Newbee, positioning-wise. Like, you're going to put your Dazzle really far in the back. But unless he has, like, an Aether Lens, like, you know, he doesn't have the same save range as Weaver.
Maybe they were expecting Empire to have the same opener, and they wanted the Dazzle versus the AA. Okay. Just to get the Grave off to save people. Sure, you can't heal if you're in effect of the AA blast, but you can at least save people with it. Maybe they're going to do some that Sand King Dazzle dual lane that we've seen in the past, which can be quite strong.
I think Empire is forced to ban the Terrorblade phase 2.
Yeah, maybe they are.
Because I think Newbee would like Dazzle Terrorblade as a combination.
Surprised to see Terrorblade not being picked up more. Big fan of that hero with the reflection cooldown. Still having to ban out the Enigma, of course. Gonna get Wombo comboed. This time though, I don't think they'll ban out the SVEN again. That does give them an option to get an extra ban for Newbee.
How big of a focus do you think this game will have on teamfight for both sides? Considering that was a deciding factor for previous game.
I feel like it's gonna be the same thing.
I think it'll be the same.
Yeah, team fights. Which I want to say Empire is kind of playing into Newbee's game plan a bit more.
They banned the PL again. Even though they were able to stand up against Versit, maybe they're looking at something like a Bat Rider for the side of Empire, and that's why they want to take it out.
I mean, these two supports just are unable to lock down the PL, right? So
yeah, it's true.
I mean, even Weaver is easier to lock down because you could Sentry and Snare, but PL, he's out of there.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. wondering if Empire's going to take out that OD. Especially now that there's a Nyx band out on Newbee.
Oh, I wouldn't blame them at all.
I feel like when you, if you don't have disables, like good stuns or lockdowns, you actually struggle a lot versus that hero. Because he can just freely stack up int and you have no way to stop him. And Naga and AA don't give you that aspect of any disable versus OD.
And we've seen OD be a very strong factor previous game, but also earlier today when Mushi was playing it from an SK. It can be an absolute game changer.
SCCC also does still have the option for his Queen of Pain too.
Ensnare might be rough.
Ensnare could be rough, yeah, if it catches him.
Well, they're definitely taking their time. I would imagine that with the Nyx Assassin ban, it's kind of a bait into forcing that OD ban.
Yeah.
And indeed it is. They do go for that. Leaves Newbee to decide what they want to do instead and what they want to reveal first, because tanking offlane, sure, we've seen it, but as you mentioned earlier, we've also seen it as a 4 position for Kaka. So perhaps they want to reveal now what they want to do with that tanking, where he wants to go.
5 seconds remaining.
And they have a lot of bonus time left, actually.
Yeah. Do they want some like flex pick again, just so they can do that quick switcheroo?
It's like they are trying to make that decision themselves.
Yeah.
What do you like the Sand King as most? The 4 position or the 3? Offlane or support?
Lately, I've kind of been liking it more as a 3, when in the past I liked it more as a 4. But I've been seeing like Mind Control, I've been seeing Newbee as well running this Sand King in the offlane, and it seems to be better because you actually get your Blink Dagger at like that 11-minute timing, while as a support you get it so late.
Well, it looks like you're going to see it as a 4 though, because we're back to Tide Hunter, which is, for both teams, they picked it a lot, but this series so far has been ignored, so KP Tide.
The Sand King is still one of Kaka's most played and most like winning heroes that he has played.
I just hope he's going to have enough time to get himself that Blink Dagger. We've seen a lot of Sand King struggles with that in the last few days.
Yeah. Put the Tide out there. AA is one of the heroes that is okay versus Tide in the laning phase to get that bonus.
A Dazzle counter.
The throwback.
Throwback?
Empire's played this in 707D actually quite a few times. I think like between 3 and 6 times.
They love this hero.
I mean, Yoku was the creator, right?
Yeah.
When it was being picked up like a couple years ago, he was picking it all the time.
But you think it works here? I mean, is there a reason why we haven't seen it? You know, this patch as much the last few weeks.
It is weak. It is punishable, but like Lumi said, versus Grave versus Dazzle, it is the dream.
And then the Initiator, strong as well.
Yep.
Use a setup for the song, as in use the song as a setup.
This game also, it's a setup stun on Tide that doesn't break through Kraken, right? You just
you're called.
Yeah, you're just called.
Yeah.
So pretty reliable in that sense.
Yeah, but can you kill him in that duration so that he can't get off his Ravage?
I mean, you could just like call Tide and then take the fight on the rest of it, like kill whoever you need to kill, and use him as like a setup disable. I wonder how the lane's gonna go. Like, could put the Axe onto the Tide. I actually think that might be an Axe favorite lane.
I think so too. I think Tide's still gonna farm though, right?
Yeah, they're both gonna farm, but I think Axe is gonna be able to pressure the Tide more.
Yeah.
Dire team pick.
Vengeful Spirit.
Oh, that's a lot of minus armor now coming up for Newbee. Gush, they have Terror, they've got Weave. Axe does not have fun when he has no armor, and he is not one of the tankier heroes as a strength hero in the armor aspect.
So does that mean that we're going to see another SVEN come out? Because he could provide some armor for the team.
5 seconds remaining.
Perhaps.
But it also is like an obvious ban in that case. Because we are missing a core hero on the side of Empire. Maybe they want to pick up the SVEN first. For Empire, it doesn't really matter that much. It will be Newbee that has last pick.
Yeah.
So they could pick up their mid right now if they wanted to.
Mugi Venge, huh?
Mugi Venge.
I wonder what they want to pair it with SCCC, because they need some super hard
DOTA
pairing.
Venge. Bring it back.
Like DOTA or Sniper, those are the two that were coming to my mind. Just sit in the back lines, at least for Newbee. all for Empire.
Dusa's first 2 talents at level 10 and 15 got buffed.
They got buffed.
Yes, they got buffed.
But the mana got nerfed, right?
Yeah, so
700.
they made the cast range of Mystic Snake shorter, but there's a talent to make it hit super hard.
Radiant
Okay.
team.
Tinker! They're gonna take their Tinker again.
Yep.
So
Looks like we're gonna see Nyx Tinker again.
Yeah, Nyx is gonna get to play that one again. And now they at least have like that vision aspect a little bit. Not the same as Track, of course, but they have the Ice Vortex where they can throw down, get vision for Tinker.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Let's see which hero Newbee wants to take out.
Dire team down.
They do take
the
out the Sven.
Yeah, I figured that'd be the case too.
Standardly so. Alright.
Yeah, I think Sniper or Dusa still look pretty good for Newbee, right?
Yep. I guess you're just somewhat worried about having catch for Tinker.
Yeah.
But Venge with, I think, Shadow Blade,
remaining.
you kind of just roam around. You could tear it into tree lines.
Maybe they're just gonna be
The
forced to
weave-
ban Storm
remaining.
here.
Weave gets extra vision as well. You can weave into swap.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I like the Storm the most.
I think Empire's gonna. I think if you pick Tinker like that, you have to ban
Yeah.
Storm. Yeah.
No, but yeah, Storm.
Need an objective taker. There's still a Lycan in the pool if they want to go for it for Empire.
There's a lot still in the pool.
Yeah.
10 seconds
I think
remaining.
maybe perhaps Lycan for Empire.
Lycan,
Maybe
Terror
like,
Blade,
5 seconds
a
remaining.
lot of armor from himself.
yeah, that actually is a good point. They don't have a whole lot of time.
No, they don't.
2, 1.
There you go. It'll be the Razor instead.
Oh, okay. Yeah. We have Razor versus Tide. Sure.
Yeah,
Really
you
nice
like
lane
it?
matchup. Yeah, it's nice for the Razor in the lane matchup, of course. But I think still, Newbie, I think Sniper looks better now. So I think still Sniper and Dusa look pretty sweet. What other heroes could it be?
Invoker.
Oh, okay.
SCCC Invoker.
Okay.
Oh, the
I'm
crowd
in.
is loving that one.
I've seen
in.
this hero not win a whole lot, but I mean, I'm always happy to see Invoker.
Yeah. All right, well, Lumi, you are up first. Newbie, what did they need to do to win?
Newbie, I think you have Avenge. Just be aggressive early. Make sure you do well in the lanes and just give space to SCCC. He's playing the true carry in this game.
And for Empire Fun?
Run them over in the lanes. That's exactly what it is. Invoker is one of the weaker laners. If you can
Okay,
just punish him
yeah.
over and over again, they can really claim their
So
advantage.
get that speed up again, like they did in the first game.
Yeah, it's all about that CIS aggression.
All right, let's see if they can bring it in game 3. It is over to our commentary team, Capitalist and Blitz for game 3.
And SCCC Invoker, that should be a fun way to end things here for our series against Newbee
remaining.
and Empire. We already had a little bit of an upset there with Empire taking game number 1. Now Invoker is back in the pool. No one's really expecting that too much.
No, not at all. But it scales. There's some kill potential already on the map with it. Tidehunter can frontline for you. It's not the worst hero.
You actually had a suggestion on lanes for Empire.
Yeah, I think you pull an EG.
Pull an EG, run aggro with the Tinker.
Yeah. Let Axe one-on-one. Then Razor
okay,
versus...
actually, let's just run back that draft real quickly. Why the hell did we pick Dazzle? And why the hell did we pick Axe? What's going on here, Blitz?
Did the Dazzle come first?
Of course, the Dazzle was like 1-2.
I don't know, man. Axe is a cool hero.
But why'd you pick Dazzle?
Why'd you pick Dazzle? I don't know. Dazzle's got weave.
Prepare
Cool
for
hero.
battle.
Okay. Well, they do have a lot of synergy with it. With Vengeful Spirit, a lot of physical damage minus armor. Tidehunter, physical damage minus armor. Invoker, well, you've got some physical damage there.
Minus or no. Maybe if you're Weehaw and you decide to go like that.
Forge Spirits. Forge Spirits minus armor.
I've really been liking Faith on these like playmakers lately though.
Faith is, he did so well at Ginting.
Yeah, you know,
On top of drafting like that, he played really well.
you know who I've got the biggest, like my 2 favorite players in Dota are
Okay.
Faith and DDC.
Why?
Just love. Really well played 5s, like the ones that really stand out are so
Okay.
cool to me. And DDC is a
30
that guy.
seconds to
He is a
battle.
boss.
So those are your 2? There's nobody
Yeah.
else in the West? Oh, what the hell? What? All right, well, that's a good catch.
That's the second time the whole one in this.
What the hell was that cosmetic? Did you see that?
Yeah.
Sparkles and rainbows flew out.
Okay.
The hell was that?
That's how you get it done.
What gave that to?
I don't know.
Weapon?
The battle begins.
Who knows?
I don't. Oh.
Smart.
Oh, that's cute. The caster gave that to him.
Oh, his girlfriend?
Yeah. People talk about me being biased. Like, his little girlfriend's casting the
She's
game
right
now.
across from us right now.
How do you stay?
And it's casting the newbie game.
Yeah.
But she's got that extra insight, though.
That's true, too.
You see that? What the hell is that? It's like golden fish coming out.
It's very cool.
KP is going to be able to pull the creep wave. I guess Gush actually makes it pretty easy for you to pull the creep wave like that. You don't have to get melee range as well.
Normally, though, you don't want Gush.
Normally, yes.
You got it for the first wave.
Oh, bottom lane, GHOSTIK. So this is going to be a double stun lane. Looks like both stuns have already been used.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to see the aggro.
Because you just don't think Axe is going to have a good time here.
Yeah, just let the Axe one-on-one the Tidehunter.
And Axe needs a good start. I think that's the entire reason he has been out of the meta for so long, is that you just don't get good starts on Axes right now.
No, not
Near
at all.
impossible.
Feels really bad to play that hero.
He's on the 6 hero, but he has got garbage stats.
The double poison touch. Value.
Well played. Faith already turning up here.
Yeah, but we see the Nyx Tinker, like most played hero, really likes it. He was beast with it in game 1.
Yeah, he was so strong. Mapote gonna come across here. They're gonna go for the snare, cold feet, see if they can burst down SCC, and they're gonna come quite close. In fact, they are gonna be able to finish him off with the laser. Good play, man. The chilling touch slowdown. I thought he was gonna go cold feet, and chilling touch slowdown is actually so insane. You get on like 3 heroes.
GHOSTIK.
All right. This time around, he does not have a TP to be able to make it out of this one. Kaka will have a stun up in just 1 mana. And can't even stick around for the rune. They're going to give the kill to SCC to help him along a little bit.
Give him a little bit of comeback gold to make things a little bit easier for him. As, of course, being first blooded does not feel good. At the same time...
No, they got first blood for the Gush, remember?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so he didn't even give up that gold.
Invisibility.
I forgot that Newbee did that. They did it in both games. Game 1 and 3.
Yeah.
But they lost in game 1 despite that.
A pattern has emerged.
Oh,
what a good position. Starts with the right click, hoping to be able to get the burrow strike just in time. Really quick to Ethelbot for the heal. Yeah, he's gonna fall out. GHOSTIK finally finish him off. Kaka takes the kill. Maposhka comes late to the engagement. Empire will lose their mid hero 3-1.
felt like a lot of uphill misses.
Yes.
For a second, I thought Nyx was gonna live there. It's really weird when people have the same name as like hero names, and the game features the same like Nyx and Nyx Assassin last game. It's confusing. Are there any other Dota players with that?
No, but there was CCC's aptly named the Dire.
Ah, yeah.
That was great.
Love you, Quinn. There's a Hearthstone player named Hearthstone.
Hearthstone?
Yeah,
The Chinese Hearthstone player? Yeah.
That wins all awards. That you're that shameless.
My only question is why?
I don't know. I've been waiting for a Dota player to be cool enough to
Dota the 2.
out mid lane.
Gonna be caught here. Looks like
Easy kill.
this mid lane. Empire they're putting all their eggs in this basket. They are making sure this Tinker has a great lane. They're tri-laning with him the whole entire time. And they can, because they've got a Razor. Razor doesn't need to be babysat.
Yeah. This is like one of the few heroes that consider like a new dead lane hero. Because you can't mess with them.
Yeah. KP tries to go for a pull. It's going to be lockdown and snare and cold feet. Obviously, he's not dying anytime soon.
KP's very smart. He understands that the Razor can't chase him out of this.
Yep.
And the 2 supports have no kill potential on him because he's so tanky that he can get away with this every time. And so far he is. And I hear a lot of yelling.
Such strike! Finishes off GHOSTIK. Oh, this Axe is just hating life. Hates it.
This is the downside of Axe, is you know where he's going every time.
Yep.
He can't lane, so he's gonna jungle, which is why I had the wild idea of him getting the one-on-one with the Titan. You simply aggro.
Yeah. Whoa, what a big dazzle heal. They had the creep aggro on top of the Tinker, and they hit him with 3 different waves. Burst down the Tinker, and all the trilating material, but they still killed the Tinker twice.
Yeah. Can we see that now? Where's that?
They're up by 2K right now on.
I meant the relative hero ones. So this tri-lane Tinker is 400 gold behind the Invoker. Despite all this effort into giving this guy as good of a game as possible, you've not enabled it. And a large part of this comes down to the fact that Axe can't do anything in this bottom lane.
Yep.
When you have a hero that can actually contest and do something about the laning phase, you're not allowed to get rid of this.
Faith does not have shallow grades, so they give another kill to Nyx. But yeah, I can see what you're saying. If you have a hero that can actually contest, it pulls supports away from that mid lane. Maybe Faith can't just sit there on top of the Tinker the whole time.
I would rather see my offlaner be like 0-2 with no farm, but having contested the lane, than a guy who's just going to jungle. Because then you might as well just leave the Venge in a one-on-one.
Wrap around supports get behind mid. Actually gonna go for the dazzle right now. The swap back at the same time. Bottom lane, there goes Faith. Back over the bottom lane. Sunstrike into the first strike. GHOSTIK is gonna end up going down, but SVEN is here. Unfortunately, they have no stuns. It's there, not gonna make it in time. Free TP out for the Vengeful Spirit.
Yeah, this is getting brutal. I feel like you swapped. You should have done this in the first place, which was the original suggestion, right? Let the Axe one-on-one the Tidehunter. He'll be fine. Anchor Smash is annoying, but at the same time, like spin, you don't care.
Yeah.
He'll spin to get creeps.
You're both going to end up kind of soloing up creep waves all the time, right?
But it's much more important that you get this Axe farm than the Tidehunter. You're okay with the Tidehunter getting some farm.
Yeah.
Like the Tidehunter will get farm no matter what. It's the nature of this hero. He's got his own spin. It's one guy that gets a random spin versus a guy who gets a guaranteed one.
Interesting way to put that one. Tinker.
This is why I love Faye.
They are bodying him right now. Good rotation from the Vengeful Spirit after he TP's back home. He goes for the mid gank. I'm presuming that was swap used to catch the Tinker.
And we're seeing the value right now of this Dazzle.
He's going to get the Helmet Dominators soon, so he's going to go for the swap stun all the time. Tinker's going to have a hard game. He can't get that blink tag, or hell, he's even struggling on Boots of Travel.
Dude, he's level 4 right now. This is a very, very underfarmed Tinker.
What's going on with our Dazzle right now? Right in the middle of the dire jungle. Right next to this shrine has been found by Yoku and GHOSTIK. Didn't expect that one.
Be a very nice kill for him, and he's got a huge stack to go for next. There's a lot of stacks available for him.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Or for the Tinker.
So you look to contest this, right? So you want to take that safe lane tower as quick as possible and start invading with the Tidehunter?
Yeah.
Dire's structure.
You take the enemy safe lane tower, then you immediately all converge on mid. This is like such a classic play of Dota. But this is why they're going to try to defend it.
From the Razor. They are going to defend this one. They're going to go for KP first. Now he does have Ravage, but he is not going to opt to blow it here, holding on to that cooldown.
He would 100% die.
Yeah. Tower still does die. It is denied by the Razor.
So the main objective is taken, and Kaka is refarming during this entire time. Like the game 1, they completely neutralize him by just outroaming him. This game, he's had a lot of space, and I think they learned from game 1 as a bottom ghost.
Swap that Burst Strike into the Sunstrike as well. So much burst damage, and it is going to be enough to the epicenter to bring him down. Kaka, though, is going to be run down by Nyx. Gets the Sandstorm just outside of power range. Yoku does not have the mana for Riptide either. And Nyx, he doesn't have level 6, so they can't march to the machines either. Oh, Empire, Empire, Empire.
Scores 8-6, but 3K gold lead at 8 minutes. You don't feel good about that at all. There's feels like they're getting outplayed a little bit.
And your key hero of the draft is Tinker, and he's currently behind a Sand King in net worth.
Hey, that Sand King has had a lot of time to farm.
That is true.
And we were talking about how Kaka, in game number 1, they never gave him space. He had like a 25-minute Yules, no.
Yeah.
Game number 2, they're like, hey, we have Kaka. Let's remember that. Let him just do whatever he wants and farm.
That guy is a playmaking machine. Whoa, there's a lot of yelling happening right now, and I don't know what's happening.
I think it has to be a Sunstrike or something, right?
Yeah.
Like he went for a blind Sunstrike?
Maybe on the
Yeah, he definitely went for a blind Sunstrike.
Yeah, Axe was,
he did. It was on cooldown too.
bottom lane. They do not have a Centaur, but they have a Troll creep off the Helmet Dominator. And he's going to have to lock down SVEN right now because that is a bit of a threat. GHOSTIK is running in as well at half HP. Not sure what that's going to accomplish. KP, meanwhile, they kill Nyx. Run over that mid area. We have a Blink Dagger on Sand King, and towers are falling, and we don't have Boots of Travel. I don't know what to say. I don't think he can come back.
Yeah, they're going to Roshan very early too. The nature of the heroes. You can't, if you're not punishing this Invoker in the early game, like what was it? I saw Liquid versus, it was actually Newbee. It was Liquid versus Newbee where they picked the Invoker, and this is a Miracle Invoker, but they never let him have impact. They just ran at him non-stop from the laning phase. They never let him get comfortable. That's what you need to do to keep down Invokers. This game, they have not done that so far. You can't allow this mid tower to fall.
GHOSTIK's going to come in. They're going to lead with the sleep.
Get on top of SCCC.
They need that Invoker kill. They need it badly. They're going to see if they can concentrate with the jump. Their Ravage is going to go down. That's going to help SCCC a little bit. He's going to try and get a kill on the boat because he knows he's dead. Can't quite get that down. Run out from KP. He's going to be fine.
They did manage to get FN, but that's a big kill. It's the second highest net worth in the game.
How did FN die?
I imagine that the Sand King has Blink Dagger at this point.
Yeah, he just picked it up.
Mugi probably just swapped.
Yeah, swap, Centaur stun, and
yeah,
probably Sand King.
Stun.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
5k gold lead by 11 minutes.
This is... Invoker is like a dead net worth hero. Like his net worth does not really impact too much as that bottom.
Stun 2, and Sand King's going to come in with a Burrow Strike to see if they can finish him off. He does not have Song of Sirens, so no escape mechanism. He's actually going to pump the Epic see if they can go from a post gun. Luby's trying to run himself away from GHOSTIK. GHOSTIK just needs to get in range of that ultimate. He gets into the trees, and he's going to stun out what ends up kicking out at the end. His Illusion's going to go kill the Ancient Apparition, though, and now the stun onto GHOSTIK. Kaka's going to try and follow that one up. Doesn't really have the damage, though. He's trying to get Caustic Finale Procs off the creeps, but GHOSTIK will be able to just run himself away. At the end, Vengeful Spirit kind of gets ganked, but they still get kills off of that for Newbee.
They're still nowhere near the Axe Blink Dagger, which is the item that they're going to need to set the pace. The 4 position Sand King can make space, but the Axe, who's had such a slow Blink Dagger, isn't really going to have the same impact. And we were talking about, the thing about Invoker is he has a lot of empty net worth. And I think I got flamed for saying this, but I read in some interview, SCCC said the same thing where Invoker feels weak because he has such a weird timing. Like this hero feels okay early, then feels very weak in the mid game because you have to do nothing but farm. Yeah. Like all this net worth that he has doesn't really do anything for him until he gets like another 2 items minimum. Because you can't really fight without the Axe.
Sun Strike and Fate to finish him off. GHOSTIK dies again. So Newbee, you're kind of saying pretty much they have to play 4 versus 5, and they're doing that and winning the game, and Invoker is slowly but surely getting to that point where he's going to come online and just start stomping all over the place.
And that's the scary part, is you are playing essentially 4v5 without a core, who's just sending out Sunstrikes, sure, but at the same time, like you're never able to really get online. This Axe has a very delayed blink. We mentioned it before. He's 3rd to the bottom in lowest net worth right now, even less than the 5 position Dazzle. Plus, they gave all the stacks in this game to this Tinker because they need him to come back too.
Yeah.
And it all stems from this laning phase. I feel like if they lane a little bit differently, maybe they make better use of this. Is now this is the comeback stack.
They could not afford to lose this. But it looks like they will.
This
all of you are coming over. And a big boost for KP, who's actually thinking about Yulka. So he's just going to take the Axe. Even if he gets the Blink Dagger jump in, he's just going to yield him out of the fight.
Yeah. That is the hard counter to the Blade Mail Axe, which they don't have to worry about for
a long time.
Yeah.
Blade Mail is a distant dream for the red man. Push out to the bottom lane. Looks like mass TP's coming out from Newbee. They are not going to give Empire anything. It seems to the epicenter initiation already out, but Yoku is sitting back lines just like we've seen before. His Naga Siren is going to interrupt Newbee. unable to get a firm grasp on Empire Heroes. But they only defended from 3. They can still push out with the top lane. Newbee, KP.
This is a bit of a greedy push, but they're getting away with it right now. Empire knows for a fact that Heroes TP down at bottom, but they're still not willing to engage this top area because they think they're that far behind at this point.
And they're not even really committing to this bottom lane push either. Kaka is the only one sitting behind the tower. Looks like he's going to try and go for tonight here. Yoku slowed down. Golem stuns him up, and Luki and KP escape before the Tinker is there. And Kaka did indeed deny that bottom tower. So Empire really getting nothing so far out of this.
Don't think we're at Doomsday yet, though. They want to set up a Sunstrike at bottom.
Sunstrike is not going to be enough damage by itself. FN's going to live a little bit longer. He's going to steal all of Kaka's damage. Costume Finale is not going to be enough to finish him off either.
Really like that Poshka tried to sandwich together. Huddle on top of the Sunstrike.
See if he can get the swap.
They got the vision for it. It's only level 1, though.
It's finally there. The GHOSTIK gets his first blink in with the Ice Blast over the top. The Ravage comes down. Maybe they could bring down Boogie. It looks like that rocket to take out from the Ice Blast is barely going to be enough. They take out 2, and they can also chase KP here. Or not, they give up on it. Razor doesn't want to make that long trek.
Very nice reveal of the Blink Dagger. They didn't expect it.
That is entirely true.
Unfortunately, GHOSTIK died for that. He really wanted to be part of that. He's like, guys,
that's another problem, right? If Axe is not ahead at this point in time, he never gets ahead because he's just initiating and dying over and over again.
It's like the Legion Commander syndrome.
Yeah.
All of these initiators, the reason they feel bad is because they don't serve like a dual purpose. They can't, it's not easy for them to play this game. Axe doesn't really shut up the lanes this game. His kill potential feels a little bit more limited. But he needs to get active. It's the only way he's going to come back into this game.
Yeah. That's why they're going to go for a 3-man smoke here. The Naga Siren Illusions.
They can catch a core here. They really want this Venge, but they're going to get pinged out.
Successful scan.
Dude, Newbee's been absurd with the scans in game 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Like that's what won them game 2.
See, I would have been anticipating a gank on by Invoker bottom.
Yeah.
You know? I don't know how they made that read. Maybe some sort of aggressive war caught a smoke or something?
Yeah, I think it was the one in the jungle that they have. That's still good ping.
Kaka has an epicenter. He's going to go for it here. Channel. He managed to get the stun off as well, so they're going to be able to kill Maposhka and get out. Empire, not only does their smoke fail, but they lose a hero in the process.
Smoke pays off for the wrong team.
That's why you don't smoke, kids. Dangerous to your health. Bang.
He's gonna go for the one-shot combo, isn't he, at bottom?
Yeah. He's got Kaka joining him. Oh, what? No. All right. They are so confused. But a Sunstrike at top lane, they still get something. Now, they are going for a Naga Siren Sleep. They can set up on this one. Unfortunately, KP actually fueled up FN, so they couldn't go for that kill, but they can at least kill little Moogie. They get that.
Yeah, they keep killing Moogie. FN's starting to get some farm too. Still full B to 6K.
We great kings of this Orient.
All right, Blink Dagger. Step 1 for the Reaper. Bots and Blink, so necessary. So we've got that. See how good he is at eluding these gank attempts from Newbee. They have so many ways to catch him. They've got Swap with the Vengeful Spirit. They've got this really farm Sand King with the Blink Dagger. They've got Tidehunter as well. He could get a Blink with visuals later on, but looks like he's going to go for Pipe first. And then probably the coup de grace right now is going to be this Invoker. We can always tornado through trees.
They need to step on top of him.
Once he finishes that Aghanim Scepter with the levels he's already got, that's when the Invoker comes online, right? Aghanims plus levels.
Nice AI Blast. It's gonna catch Boogie. Boogie,
get bashed, bash.
Oh man, if he got bashed there and died.
Not today.
today.
The first hero to break 10K is the Invoker, but Racer's not too far behind. Kaka is just fearless. He's not letting the Tinker push out the waves whatsoever. In fact, he's going to join his team in mid. Tinker presumably has to go back to top to push that out again. May not be here for this fight in time. Vampire also smoking up. They're also kind of looking at things. Looks like they're looking at Roshan right now, but don't think they can do that at all. So maybe it's just a hangout point for them. Wait for somebody to poke their head out. That's going to be Kaka. And the initiation with the axe, with a swap back. That's a good play from Shallow Grave. It looks like the Icebot's still going to be able to bring it down. GHOSTIK is left with no man's land. SCCC is able to make sure he dies. 1-for-1 trade-off. Empire very happy with the exchange, I would say. Once they get out, that's more time for the Tinker. Little bit of trade-off gold there, I'm sure.
Right now.
Don't lose Nyx. KP is going to find him. Got the Yule Scepter. But now Newbee are just going to get top on Nyx. Yoku. No, get him. No! The range on the sleeve wasn't wide enough to be able to catch SCC. He had the damage to be able to finish him off. Now they're going to try and get out the KP. He's going to blow it. He's going to blow it. He's going to blow it. Shalgrave goes down, and he's going to stay alive. At the same time, GHOSTIK, his initiation is killed once again. And then he's trying to chase KP right now, but he can't actually, doesn't no idea where he actually went. He's not going to be able to get him with another nuke.
Oh, for GHOSTIK. Almost last in net worth now. So much impact in the first 2 games. And this is just sort of the downside of the axe like we talked about. If you're not able to enable this laning phase, it has such a trickle-down effect. They were able to tri-lane themselves mid. Kaka was able to just get free farm. By the time they recognized that it was going that poorly for him, they made the lane swap, but they just went and killed him again. It opens up
just because there's a dazzle in the game does not make it a good axe. Yeah.
So Newbee extend their lead to 8K.
Look at this cheeky guy. He has a 4-staff recipe and a Yule recipe. He decided to change it up halfway through.
Cool. All right, so what are we doing here for Empire?
I don't know. What are we doing?
We are sitting behind our Tinker, forcing them to take.
So while he goes around to various parts of the map, you want them to kind of 4-man behind him, see if they can catch.
You avoid all fights at this point. Huh? You avoid all fights. Just farm and hope that Newbee does have to mess up a little for you to win right now. Okay. And it's Dota.
Yeah.
Equal parts good play, equal parts errors.
I like to think of Dota as a game of mistakes.
Just whoever makes the lead.
Yeah. I mean, how many times can you say a team played a perfect game?
Yeah, it's the vision aspect of it that really hurts you the most, because you're oftentimes just guessing where people are. Educated guesses for sure, but...
And Faith at 23 minutes is stacking agents for his team still. That's guy 5. Yeah, that's a good 5 right there.
That's what I'm talking about, man. 5 position play just...
Ooh, Kaka. Not able to grab Nyx. SCC could still throw out something, but didn't have vision.
Everyone is picking up Yules.
Yeah, they are all about, it counters the axe, it counters the Tinker, it actually stops the Razor a lot of times. Because you're no longer slowed down by the birds, right? So you can just throw them up there and walk away from that static lane.
The Tide finish up pipe at the same time as the solar.
Yeah, when you're stacking items on items, like Kaka's like grabbing his 4-staff and his set around the same time. That's how you know life is different.
Yeah, and you sneak a Roshan under the nose of a Naga Siren at the same time.
Ancient Apparition Ice Blast is a great team to be able to contest. Unfortunately, they lack the knowledge to use.
What a build by KP.
Yeah. Interesting one, for sure. Hood, Yule, Pipe, Solar Crest now. more I see phase boots tied, the more I like it too, by the way. You just gut somebody, start beating on them.
You take the damage down?
Yeah. A lot of damage.
Now we wait as Newbee continue to build their lead with Roshan down. SCCC gonna get spotted here, but they are not fast enough for this. They are gonna de-ward, give themselves a little bit more.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
So we need them to set up a trap, right? An invoker trap.
Dire's bottom tower has
A
fallen.
rat trap.
It's hard though.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
The rest of the heroes are so slow. It all comes down to this axe.
They're gonna go for it right now. 4 heroes all running to the top lane.
He's spamming get back though. If SCCC reads, he just sends his Forge Spirits to push out the lanes first.
Yeah.
And somebody has to go to defend that. He'll always be okay.
There's nobody bid. There's only Naga Siren Illusion showing at bottom right now. SCC is no fool. Heathen has the Aegis. They could bait him if they wanted to. Newbee are actually, I believe, smoking up right now and heading to top lane.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Maybe they're going to bait on SCC. KP is going to wander through the jungle as well. Empire, they have definitely shown their hand by now where they're at. Newbee looks to be able to take advantage of that. Kaka misses out. A jump on a GHOSTIK, that's going to fail. Maposhka is going to be stuck inside the tree. With the extra on a GHOSTIK, they're not going to get it. Just going to be Maposhka who does.
Both sides trying to find something there. I think Empire was a little bit more desperate. As Nyx continues to push out the waves. You gotta extend this game as long as possible. FN doing the same thing here. SCCC, he's looking for somebody. He's gonna spot GHOSTIK here. He's got the kill combo ready with the Yule Scepter.
Pops Blackery on himself. He's going to throw down the meteor with the full blast. That's going to be real difficult for GHOSTIK to get out of. He's dead. They're going to go for more now. It's going to be the Ranger trying to spot him with the Sunstrike. They get him now. Newbee. Ooh, a Glimmer Cave actually popped by him. He still gets hit by the tornado. And Kaka's down there. Push him off the hill. Off the cliff, back down. And he's going to fall with DK.
KP by himself, man. He was really in a weird position by the tier 3, but he's so tanky that they just don't care because their core can't be punished at this point.
Yeah. He's super fast. Phase of heal. He's got hype, magic damage, he's got solar crest if needed. Cataclysm. Are you a fan of Cataclysm?
I think it's hilarious.
Do you think it's good?
I don't think it's useful.
What about the Deafening Blast combos? You keep telling me, oh, but you could definitely blast them into Cataclysm.
I played some Puzzle Curl where he played Invoker. I think he used it. He felt like it was so good. He was like, I'm going to use Miracle, but this is good. And Miracle used it at ESL Jumping, and it was so good. Yeah,
So thank you, Kuro, for that one.
But it looks amazing. You know, as a play-by-play, you get to shout, but it's like maybe one person.
But maybe, just maybe.
The big play factor is incredible.
So the jump in Ravage, pop Cataclysm, he blinks in, definitely wins.
Oh man, that would be... Get ready to clip this. We can say that now.
We can say that now. None of our play-by-play is going to go missed anymore.
Let's go. Mid tower's getting pretty low, but this is the downside of playing against a Tinker is that all the lanes are going to be miserable to shove in against. But if they can kill one Tinker, the game will just...
One blink, Burrow Strike, one stun, one grab.
I'm hyped for this.
One Tornado. There's so many options. Tornado on GHOSTIK to prevent its initiation as they take the tier 3 back up. Let's go Shrines.
Aegis is down, and Newbee is a very safe team.
They certainly are. They lost game 1. They have a huge advantage here in game number 3. They don't want to give that up.
Remember for 2, the game that they came back in, and they saw a comeback today at the same time.
Yeah.
Comebacks are real in Dota.
Is that why you never give up in your pub split?
Never. I've got a never say die spirit. Yeah.
You always tell your teammates.
Tower is under attack.
I'm never getting, yeah, dude, I'm never getting that 6-month ban.
Empire pushing out right now with a smoke. See if they can get a combination here. Maybe lead with Song into an Ice Blast. Maybe they can just get a good GHOSTIK initiation.
The game gets spoiled, KP. He's on the front lines now. He's going to be swapped back in. FN, he can actually grab. He's not fast enough. He's already far enough away. Empire, they can't do anything now. They're not going to go for Moogie on the front lines there. BKB is down on the Razor.
The
Kuro was right.
For the vision.
It covered like that whole section. It was just all
So he's like, well, I guess they're there. In case you were wondering.
That was a game of the floor is lava right there for Empire. 22-13, 19K gold lead. Next item coming up for Invoker. He's got 4,400 gold. And it's Newbee, you're gonna smoke up. This time behind KP, and KP has done this a lot where he's just shoved it in all by himself. Maybe be surprised. Surprise, there's already 4 heroes behind him. GHOSTIK in big time trouble. Fortunately, they do have the song. No BKB is gonna be casted here. Kaka's gonna try and force it though. He's still wanting to be able to blink forward and catch one of these heroes. They've got the poison touch on the Nyx. Not good enough though. They threw down a ward and everything just to be able to spot inside the base, hoping to be able to catch somebody. But no such luck. So instead, they'll just take another tier 3 tower.
They took that fast. That catapult is doing so much damage.
They gotta deal with these. There's 3 catapults right now. And 4 spirits and Alacrity.
The Legions are coming in, but there's the laser. That'll hold off the first wave of things. And now the Alacrity wagon in.
It only bounces to heroes. You can't just throw it on these T-screens and expecting it to stop all of them.
How much damage did that do? I don't know why. Yeah. That thing pummeled them. That's the real high ground hero.
Cardi, the hero of the match.
Okay.
Is there an more underwhelming spell than plus 20 Shadow Wave damage shield?
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Oh, they just found Yoku. Ravage already going down. Cataclysm is going to land on GHOSTIK. At the same time, they're going to kill that Naga Siren. And it looks like he got even more damage because Ghost Scepter out onto the Tinker. The one hero that could not almost die. He's been caught. Has no buyback. Empire, they can't hold without a Tinker.
But this feels as though the game should be done here. They've got nothing left in the tank. The Tinker can't buy back 500 gold away. AP pushing up for the Goku, dodges that, but gets the back.
There is GHOSTIK. G7 here. He's going to be able to get a good stat push with GHOSTIK actually going to do one undisputed with the corner actually solved everything up. FN just can't deal the damage to finish off Mookie. There's too much armor, and he has too little damage. They all live. They go to the bottom lane of Rax. Looking to finish up Vegas here. Epicenter being charged by Kaka. Going to long range, but Posca, oh, gets a force staff away, but the GG is probably called. And then Snot with a bang of a Cataclysm for the whimper of an axe. Rough game for Empire. This is a strong start. And even a decent even game 2, but Newbee came here to play. They want to have that short day. They want to be able to close things out, head straight to Sunday.